5, dude. I'm jumping right in. Steaming right into it.
Ocho Cinco, dude.
What's up?
Steaming right along. We tried to record yesterday. Ever since I've gone to the city and become a big city boy, me and Matt, we're not on the same page.
Nah, man, I'm trying to get a New York minute, dude.
Yeah.
It's tough. Is your dog biting you?
No, he's gonna throw up. My dog is here. Shout out Finn.
Shout out. This is a fucking crowded studio.
This is a
today,
crowded studio tonight.
It's great.
And today. And so yesterday we tried to record. Things didn't go well. We ended up talking how sick Trump was. Normally I'm there to pump the brakes a little on this, but I'm on board the Trump train.
You know what's funny?
Damn it, we're back.
No, you know what is funny? I remember like before we first started, you would say certain things that I would just totally clam up on. You'd be like, and I'd like kind of look at you like, if I just remain silent, I'm not connected with this. And then I was talking a lot yesterday where I'd look at you and you're just like.
yeah. Well, you're hitting QAnon. You're hitting breadcrumbs.
I basically accused Robert De Niro of being a child molester.
Yeah, you did.
I looked it up today. It's not true, dude.
It's not.
He got brought in questioning relating with an escort service that was rumored to have used younger girls. But it's like he was in France, but it's saying he was like, I was only ever questioned, I wasn't attacked. But he also might be a guy who just was getting hookers in France.
Yeah.
And it's like
he's
I'm not gonna throw anyone under that bus, dude.
He's the man.
You could fall under that.
De Niro's the man. He's a fucking douche for yelling "fuck Trump" at the Tony
But
Awards.
I was wondering, I'm like, because it was so like, dude, he was a child molester. Someone said that, and I was like, what? And I looked into it, and it was like, it's worst case scenario. He was ordering up young sniz, and that's bad, or he was just getting some whores, and he got lumped in.
Which actually is sick. Depends what year he was ordering young sniz.
I think it was like 98. That's when he got brought
borderline,
in.
You're not allowed to order young sniz anymore.
No, I mean the 70s, like they hung out with 16,
prime young sniz.
But anyway,
that's
so I can debunk that. I was up here just fucking destroying reputations last night.
Yeah. But so we brought in from the bullpen, Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. You're the main guest.
Pretty much.
You've been on.
You hold the all-time record.
Third time, yeah.
This is the third time. I don't think anybody's been on twice.
No, definitely not.
Well,
so, I mean, imagine that, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Stephen Gerben.
Thank you for having me back.
Steve Gerben,
Yeah.
noted Jew.
It's true.
What up?
Not much.
What brings you in here, Steve?
Well, I got a text message from
exactly.
Shane.
Yeah, it was us. What brings you in? What do you want to talk about?
Dude, I'll say, me and Steve were talking about buying houses, and I was house shopping with my bae last night, and it is like, dude, absolute fucking hell.
Hell.
I was sending a picture to Blizz halfway through. I was like, current mood in this picture of Andrew Cunanan, the guy who like made out with old gay men and killed them.
Oh yeah, you love that guy.
Yeah. But I was like, dude, I was sitting. You walk into houses and it's like there will be like a sink that my girlfriend likes, and she's like, I love this house. I'm like, that's a sink. That $200. You can't make a $200,000 decision based off a fucking sink. It's like, am I saying I like it? Am I saying I like it? Like, dude, I was ready to fucking die yesterday.
Just handling, like, saying and doing something fucking dumb the way chicks do is so fucking annoying. Like she wanted to buy a house based off a $200 sink, and then when you called her on it and she realized how stupid it was, instead of being like, oh yeah,
It's
she
an
was
immediate.
like, what? Fuck you!
And that's the thing. I was
It's
like,
a very female response.
my
No
whole
offense
thing was
to
like,
your bitch.
you can't think. I was like, you can't buy a house based off of cosmetics. That was my whole thing. I was telling her. I'm like, because I know how to paint.
You can dress it
I
up, baby.
I know how to paint. So like, if you like the paint job, get a house with a shitty paint job. I'll paint it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but dude, she's just like, I'm not moving into some piece of shit just because you think you can fix it up. And I'm like, I can't fix it up. But
She's got a point there.
Yeah, but I'm like, I can at least I'm like, don't look into a house that has a bad paint job and say no, because I can paint a house. So like, don't, but it was just like, Jesus Christ, man. Just looking, a lot of people just do the things they know. They're like, they'll make a big kitchen, but everything in it's cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
And like the drawers bang against the other drawers and nothing works. And I was just like trying to explain that shit to her.
Kitchens are expensive too.
Super expensive.
I used to sell I used to sell
You
cabinets.
did you trick old people into the cabinets?
Yeah, well, I tried and I couldn't trick them. I couldn't trick anybody because this is what would happen. I would design it. It was in-home sales, and you would design these fucking things like a new kitchen, and then when I would click on the laptop like what the final price is, every single time when the price came up, I'd be like, oh. Like, this has to be a mistake.
It was like, what,
I'd be
like
this is
20 grand?
crazy. Yeah, it'd be like $47,000 in somebody's shitty house. And I'd be like, all right, well, this is a mistake.
Yeah.
Like,
No way they're dropping.
And then I couldn't lower the price. And I'm like, well, no, it wasn't. It wasn't a mistake. It's $47,000 for you. And they're like, all right.
It's funny that, like, if I'm being sold on something and they pull up the price, the person goes, whoa, that's super high. And I'm just like, I'm out.
Yeah, I did that every single time. Like, this is too high. You shouldn't buy this.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Every time. And then I would sell old people fucking bathtubs, the same company.
Did you really?
Dude,
That's a good sell.
I made one sale in 3 months.
Selling bathtubs?
In a job that was 100% commission.
Oh.
I was working for
pitch?
free for 2 months.
What was your pitch? Be like, yo, you dirty bitch, get in there. You need a
Well,
bathtub.
it was geezers, so you would get them fucking walk-in showers.
So you were a bathtub salesman.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, didn't you talk about this before?
Remodeling.
Do you need a tub?
Remodeling. No, I wouldn't
yeah.
go door to door. It was set up. These are the people that are morons enough to get tricked.
Yeah, it was like a warm lead.
At Home Depot. They got trapped.
Yeah.
Someone was like, "Hey, do you want to have somebody come out and give you a free appraisal on a new kitchen?" And then I come in and I'm like, "Whoa, this shit's too expensive. I'll see you guys." But yeah,
That's hilarious.
What were we talking about buying a house? My sister and her Arab lover have really they're moving again. I think they've moved back and forth from Harrisburg to Philadelphia. They move every year. They move every single year.
I mean, he
You
can't
think
help
he's-
it.
you think
He's
nomadic?
He's nomadic, dude.
They have a fucking caravan. They have a caravan set up on 76, dude. Just
Do I have to say, dude?
trades.
He's nomadic.
Yeah, now he's selling
Well, it's
Kias.
funny because that interrupts my other point. I'm like, every time if he's listening to this, I always wonder what your brother-in-law thinks when you're like, my Arabian lover.
Arabian, yeah, dude.
I'm like, you must just be like, motherfucker.
No, he's.
You know, I know he laughs
This
about
is
it.
he's a dork though, so it's funny. I love him, but he's a fucking he's an
a man,
Arab.
dude.
He's an Arab. Arabs are fucking dorks.
You think so?
Yes, across the board.
Yeah.
Every Arab is a fucking.
I think they're
dork.
up on the pyramid of coolness. They're up from Asians a little bit.
No way.
You think Asians are cooler than Arabs?
You're thinking like Dubai Arabs. That's a very small
no,
percentage.
I'll give it to you. I mean,
We're talking Egyptian.
how deep are you trying to go?
The majority of Arabs.
Egypt's pretty chill.
Egypt's not chill at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
They're fucking beheading people, blowing up mosques and shit. Yeah, that's not good. But
I still think they're cooler than Asian people.
Asians are making a run lately.
With
Arabs
what?
and Asians are basically in the same. I think they're in the same level of the coolness pyramid.
I'd give Arabs a little bit up.
They both wear those tapered pants. You know what I'm talking about?
A lot of silk. Yeah,
They're
you're
both
right.
doing cool haircuts now.
All right.
Anyway,
I'm not
here's an idea. My Arabian brother-in-law thought that Dave Matthews Band, because when he moved to America, it was like he still struggled figuring things out. And in school, somebody was like, "We're going to see Dave Matthews Band tonight," and he thought Dave Matthews was a student in his school. So he went around looking for Dave Matthews to ask if he could go to his concert.
Wait, did he ever go to the like? I want to know if he went to the Dave Matthews Band
went to the
concert.
concert,
He
it was
goes,
like-
"Holy fuck! This guy goes to my school."
Damn, dude, this guy's old for school. But no, my favorite story, and I've told it
That's
before.
so fucking funny.
My Arab brother-in-law showed up on the first day of school. His parents just dropped him off at the bus stop, and they didn't know the colors that people were allowed to wear. So he was wearing a big purple, fluffy jacket. They didn't know that was a girl's color. So he's a little Arab kid that can't speak English in a purple. He can't speak English. He can't speak a fucking word of English in a purple jacket. And then he got on the wrong bus and went to the wrong school. and no one knew who he was. So he's just walking around, and they're like, "Are you where you're supposed to be?" And he's like, "Oh, he went home that day. He just went to a different school.
What did they do with him?
No one can speak Arabic. They
Dude,
just
who do you call?
You call it
There's
Ghostbusters,
a wandering
dude.
Arabic boy in a purple jacket. Like, like, dude,
This is pre 9/11. No one cared.
That's what I'm saying. But still, I would just spin his shoulders and just be like, "Go that way, bro."
Keep walking. Oh man,
I'm not about to deal with this shit, dude.
that's just such a funny fucking first day of school
oh my
too.
god, it's hilarious.
You're in a different country. You're just in a purple fucking jacket and in the wrong school.
Speaks a lot to the safety of America, dude. Another country, he would have got snatched up and sold into sex slavery.
Maybe,
First day of school, you get lost. Someone's like, "Yeah, come here."
Yeah, come here. I'll help you.
That's so.
But no,
funny.
him and his family had to flee religious persecution from the Muslims.
Yep.
So keep that in mind.
I'll keep it.
I was talking to a fucking Armenian last night in the green room.
Yeah. What do you
before
have to
he
say?
went on? I was
they
like,
got genocided.
yeah, Steve Odabashian. Odabashian.
Okay.
Obadashian.
Odabash.
Yes.
Yeah. We were in the green room and I was like, "Oh, what are you, Armenian?" He was like, "Oh, nice." I was like, "What do you think about that genocide?"
What, the Armenian genocide?
Yeah, and he was like, we started talking about it for a while
Really?
right before he went on
You
stage.
talked about the Armenian
And he was like,
genocide.
"You're gonna make me fucking cry, dude." And I was like, "Oh, my bad." Then he went on and fucking ate a dick. I was in the back like, "Oh, my bad."
So, like, Dashian is an Armenian name?
Yeah.
Like Kardashian, Obadashian?
Yeah.
Huh. Good to know. I never
But
knew that.
a lot of people, I was like, why don't we recognize that? Why is that a genocide that America won't? And it was something to do with like Russia and Iran. It would like be insulting to them. But that's another Muslim genocide. Keep that in mind.
What, the Armenian
The
genocide?
Ottoman
Was that really?
Empire. Yeah, that was
Oh, I didn't
Ottoman.
know
That was
that.
some boys, dude. Killed 1.5 million people.
That's pretty
What do you
good.
think of that,
That's pretty-
Steven?
What do you think about those numbers?
Those are high numbers to be of death.
You think it counts as full genocide?
I think so, but I think that the political considerations are what keep them from actually calling it that.
Oh, they call it the Armenian.
It's
What do
good
they
to
call
have
it?
Steve here.
Well, I don't know. I know. I mean, Shane knows more than I know.
No, I don't know
That's
shit. I
that's
don't know
that's
shit.
about
What would
the
you
extent
say-
of
It
my
was like
knowledge of
19.
it.
It was
What
like
would you say-
1915 Ottoman Empire,
Yeah.
World War One,
Well, just spitballing, Steve. What would you say your favorite genocide is? in terms of-
Favorite
yeah.
genocide.
Like, which one are you most drawn
It's
to?
got to be the one of your people.
Well, I mean,
Remember when your people got fucking
Like, if you were to
pwned?
pick one.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
like,
I-
do a
well,
book-
ideally,
you were to
I'd
pick one to
pick-
do a book report on. Which one would you pick?
well, my favorite would be the one where the fewest amount of people got killed. I just don't know
Oh,
how
what
to.
a fucking sissy answer.
But
So you like them quick and easy.
yeah, I don't have a good answer to that.
That's a bad. No, that's a bad.
Yeah,
question.
No,
just-
that's a good question.
What's your favorite genocide?
What's
I don't know, I'm
yours?
thinking.
Yeah.
I think an underrated one is Australia getting rid of the Aborigines.
You think-
That's
you
an
think
underrated one.
Really?
Yeah,
You mean
imagine
that
those
doesn't get
boys.
talked about a lot, or you mean? It's
Yeah,
just
we don't talk about it enough.
What did they do?
They just went down there and wiped out the native Australians.
Yeah.
And it was a bunch of fucking bad boys in Australia.
Yeah.
You know what I
Bunch of
mean?
criminals.
That's criminals and fucking English, like fucking.
There's just guys wandering around being like, "Fuck off,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
off."
yeah. So that's pretty great.
That's probably pretty brutal. Like,
Yeah.
people moving next to you and then like they come fucking kill you and you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, what the fuck?"
Because a lot of the American ones, they put up a pretty good fight. So the genocide was more of just us dominating a war, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, you're saying these
Yeah,
guys?
it's
didn't
like,
really-
dude,
Well, they're
America
plumper.
America
They're-
won the
they have-
Indian
they have
Wars.
plumper Indians down there, don't they?
No, they got blacker Indians.
I thought they were plump. I thought they were like
Oh, those ones.
Samoan
No,
type.
they were just.
Inuit almost.
No, Aborigines are like.
I thought they had those hot Inuits down there.
They don't have hot Inuits. The Samoans are plump, though.
Yeah, I know
Those
there's
are
some
big
plump.
boys.
I had
Those
a
are-
Samoan fuck me up one time.
That'd be a negative fight.
Yeah.
Trying to go to war with a bunch of Samoans, all you got is like a musket.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, the next thing you know, the rock's coming out.
For some, I always picture when they say Aboriginals, I always picture like the shorter, stouter.
No, they're
Indians.
like lanky black people.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. You know that, Steve?
Well, I think it's just like, yeah, no, I didn't know it.
It's good to know to what I always picture like an Eskimo.
No.
Well, because isn't that term for any group of people indigenous to a particular place?
I'm not sure.
Aboriginal just means like before white dudes.
Okay.
You know. That's it.
It's really great. It's pretty funny when you think about it.
Gotcha.
All right. Enough of this.
You know, white people apparently evolved like 8,000 years ago.
What are you talking about?
That like whiteness,
In the cave you're talking about?
well, just like white skin.
It's only 8,000 years old?
Something like that. We got to Google, but it's incredibly recent.
Really?
It was one of those things.
What happened?
Well, I'm assuming it was something about living in a cooler climate or not, less sun. So you
think
need
we're
to,
like albinos?
You need to gather more vitamin D. This is, by the way, Google this. I have literally no idea what I'm
Steve,
talking about.
We say garbage nonstop.
But
You're allowed to.
I think
Yeah,
in order to capture sort of like a solar panel.
Do you think that we're then just like albino black people?
Well, sure. I mean,
Not black. We're just albino people, Matt.
Yeah, but we're supposed to be black.
It's an evolution. It's an evolution to where you live. Just like black people evolved because they were close to the equator, so they need less sun.
Yeah.
That's all. As when people
Yeah,
spread.
but you wouldn't, if you had the melanin, you wouldn't die off either. So it's like, it's not like it would be encouraged to be lighter skin. You know what I mean?
would because
You would.
you could get like rickets and.
Yeah, you get sick up there.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
further north you go, people get sick from lack of sun.
Black people get sick.
White people get sick. So imagine,
You're
I see
couple
what you're saying,
like
Aboriginals up there.
seasonal oppressive disorder or affective disorder and all that stuff.
Although Inuits are pretty fucking
So you think whites can take darkness better than black people? You're saying?
obviously.
Yes.
Wow.
I had to do the math
I never
there.
thought about that.
And
never
black
thought
people
about
can
that.
take sunlight more.
Fucking yeah,
So
true.
keep
makes
that in
sense.
mind.
Interesting.
So. Well, how's New York going?
How's New York going?
Yeah, yeah.
It's all right. It's I was only there for like 5 days.
Okay.
And then I had to come back here I was only there for like 4 days. So it was more of a vacation.
You didn't
so
know stand-up either.
So I really liked it. I did no stand up while I was up there.
You just
Just went up there,
watch stuff.
established my shit.
Yeah.
I did the bonfire on Wednesday. That was
Oh, so you
pretty
did a
fun.
podcast.
Yeah, I did. Well, I wouldn't call it a podcast. I'd call it Comedy Central Radio on Sirius XM.
Ooh, didn't know.
Very nice.
Wasn't slamming you.
Why don't you give me some fucking put respect on it?
That's fucking tight. Though.
No, Big J Ogerson was filming his Netflix special, so they
Tapped
were
in the
like,
boy,
they were
dude.
like, yeah, we need a co-host.
You hired the devil's double, dude.
Here he comes. Here comes Big Shane Ogerson. And no, it was so fun. I mean, me and Soda are pretty we were pretty good.
Yeah.
Similar sense of humor, so we were allowed to just fuck around.
Yeah.
Like it was basically like
Yeah.
it would be like you and me.
You know the guy.
Going on and just being like, oh, like talking
Well,
shit.
it's weird when you first start doing podcasts and you're essentially doing podcasts with people you don't know at all, and it's like that was always weird to me.
Yeah, if you don't know anyone, it's tough to get a good. Like we were making fun of this dog that got eaten by a crocodile.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was the funniest thing I've ever
Yeah, that's awesome.
ever seen. The
And it's
dog got
live-
eaten
it's
by a
live too,
crocodile,
right?
Steven.
Yeah,
Is it live?
Yeah, it's
See,
live.
that's always fun as fuck too.
Yeah.
What's fun
Yeah.
about that?
What's fun about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just fucking around.
Juices, dude.
You get it going.
No, wait. The video itself?
Oh, we're talking about, the dog. Explain the circumstances. What happened?
All right, so it was a crocodile. It was in Australia, and this guy who owned like a restaurant or something that people would come watch him feed this crocodile that he named Casey. He would throw chicken off his deck, and the crocodile would come up and eat it. And then when the crocodile was supposedly full, he would send down his little terrier dog, this little Yorkie named Pippa, and it would run and bite the crocodile and chase it back into the water. And the crocodile's huge,
Yeah.
and there's a little dog like biting its tail and barking at it, and it runs
Right.
away. So it was like this fun trick that everybody loved. And this Australian dude would do it all the time, like daily, for 10 years. 10 years, this fucking Pippa was biting Casey the crocodile.
Yeah.
And then one day, old Casey
Okay.
had enough. But the audio, you would think it's sad until you hear an Australian dude. It's like, oh, go get her, Pippa. No! It's so fucking funny. He's like, oh, fuck! The dog just goes straight into the water.
It is pretty fucking
And then
funny.
it's just placid. The water, like, Pippa's just gone. Like, it's literally an
Just
instant.
one little
Just
bubble
over,
pops
where
out.
there's guys just standing on his deck with a bunch of people behind him, like, oh,
Oh my god!
all right.
Dude. I mean, imagine what of an asshole you look like
Yeah,
after
you're
you're doing
just
this
standing
trick, and someone just comes out to watch an alligator eat a dog. You're like, I am so sorry about that.
And navigating those emotions, your dog just got eaten?
Yeah,
yeah, but
I mean, he
again,
could've-
it's his. He can't. I mean, of course, you're devastated, but you got to be like,
you gotta not love your dog
That's
that
my
much
fault.
though to
Yeah,
train your dog to bite
definitely,
crocodiles.
definitely, yeah.
if see that Finney sleeping over there on that bed. If anything happened to him, I'd be
Yeah, you wouldn't
devastated.
Like,
I
try
would
to train
never.
him to bite a crocodile.
I would never. I was watching him go after those mouse traps yesterday. I was worried.
He's breaking your heart.
No, I didn't. Last thing I want is that dog to get hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, that guy didn't love that dog. He didn't love that dog, dude. He didn't love Pippa.
No, Pippa.
Pippa was a fucking tool.
Pippa, no. So then I've just been saying that, like any instant of something going wrong, I'm just like, oh, Pippa, no. Oh. But yeah, it was fun. New York was fun, and living with Tommy Pope is an experience.
I'm sure that's fun.
He's a fucking animal, dude.
He's a rootin' tootin' dude.
He's a
hot-blooded American, dude.
He
That's what
really is, man.
He
Holy
fucking is.
shit.
He's got the he's got like a 1950s dad digestive system.
He literally
like,
is like an old-timey boxer.
He
The
is,
way
dude.
he exists is like he's nutting constantly.
That's awesome.
Dude, he told me he jerks off like he rips nuts.
Does he really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I should be exposing him right here, but
Yeah, he's a good.
it's
he's
funny.
A
Yeah,
strong
he would
sex
talk
drive.
about it. His sex drive through the roof. Then he works out like hard every day. And then he gets drunk.
He's
And
a
then he
man.
wakes up and fucking works out hard.
and then jerks off. Dude.
And
He's a
then
fucking
jerks
man.
off.
He's an
Dude,
animal.
he's a machine, dude. But then he cooks, and he's got there's a greenhouse in our backyard that they're like growing tomatoes and fucking strawberries and basil, like all this shit.
Damn, dude.
So yeah, they're like cooking with like real vegetables and shit. It's wild.
They're cooking with real vegetables.
It's not like grown.
I hear you.
It's
They're growing
fucking crazy.
themselves.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild. There's a greenhouse in your place?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big fucking place. I thought it was going to be real small. I thought I was living in a hallway. It's like a regular sized bedroom.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm delighted about it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Especially going into it. I was just expecting like a small little apartment.
I was expecting hell. I mean, I had been there, so I should have remembered. But yeah, it was great. And then McKeever's been up there. And
Nice.
we had a nice dinner the other night, like a full fucking cooked all night, making this. It was magical.
Nice.
That's a good fucking start, dude.
Yeah. New York was more of a vacation though. Once I start living up there, I already ran into some trouble.
You did?
I bumped into
Like
some.
what?
Well, like day one, I fought my roommate he was being gay and liberal. He brought a fucking. This is one of the things I wanted to delete from yesterday because I'm shitting on my new roommate. But he brought a fucking book to the bar. Me and Tommy were at the bar, and he met us there with a book, and I was like, "What is that?" And it was like a book about white people being the devil. It was like a black lady writing about police brutality.
All right.
It's like, dude, fucking give it a rest.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Why are you bringing that here?
Yeah, it's strange.
And then
for
it turned into we ended up fighting about gender being a social construct for 3 hours.
Reading a book in a public space like that and like staring at myself in the mirror in a public bathroom, it's the same feeling. Like someone seeing me do either, I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's just like, ugh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's something I can't really describe, but I hear that and I'm adverse to it. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, it was just.
it's almost as if, like I said, you're just like staring at a book and all of a sudden a girl's like, what are you reading? And you're like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I think
this.
that's what it is. It's like I knew a guy that would do that specifically to attract women to talk to him.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like you're clearly not going to digest the information. I don't know how that works. If I'm doing that specifically to have a woman talk to me, then that's all I'm thinking about.
Exactly.
I mean, no words are.
No.
Yeah.
I might start reading 50 Shades of Grey in a bar, dude.
Yeah.
You just be like, oh, I just flip the page.
Yeah, get a book on like.
You just be visibly hard in sweatpants and just be like, oh, nice.
Just bring the Kama Sutra. Just bring the Kama Sutra to an Irish pub and sit in the corner of the bar and just wait, dude. Just wait. But
I was waiting for drunk 50-year-olds to be like, yeah, Kate, hon. And I flip the page. I'm like, oh, thank you.
this book.
I'm reading How to Eat Your Pussy Upside Down.
The Eastern ways of eating pussy. But and then I woke up and I saw his room. The next morning I woke up a little groggy. He had I felt bad that
Your one eye in the apartment?
Yeah, I was like looking around and then I saw in his room there's like this calendar, this giant 2-year calendar, 16 and 17. And other comics had placed bets. It was a Trump impeachment betting pool. Yeah. Corny as fuck, right?
Yeah. I mean, well, it's something to do,
No, but get this. Then on the side of it, it had the rules. So it was $10 to place a bet on a date. The closest date gets, I think it was like 50% of the winnings, and the other 50% is donated to the ACLU. And then if Trump doesn't get impeached, all the everything goes to the ACLU.
Yeah.
And this was
this is just local New York comics. This is fucking open mic comics.
Yeah.
Think of that. Think of that
saying,
at the open mic, being like, "Oh, let's fill this out."
I mean, that calendar's like it just seems like a fungal spawn of the environment. It's like now that thing's on his wall, and it's like, oh god.
Yeah. So I was looking at that, just like
nightmare.
It's like
it's not him because he's great. He really is.
I like the dude.
Yeah, he is great, and he is smart, and he's just just a product of his environment.
That's like one step away from having like a Fight Club poster on your wall.
Well, I'm bringing my fucking "Don't Tread on Me" and American flag. I'm hanging those up. Dude. 100. He's gonna have to walk through that.
How's he gonna deal with your patriotic decor?
He's not gonna be excited.
He can be patriotic.
Who?
This guy?
I know, but
edgy liberals. Edgy liberals tend to be patriotic.
Warmongers.
They are warhawks, and they're trying to fight Russia. For some reason, edgy liberals in this country want to fight Russia.
We should let our edgy liberals fight Russia.
We should let them storm the beaches.
Go get them, guys.
In the north. That'd be great. All right. So, Steve.
Yeah.
What's going on with you, dude?
No, so
fuck us.
Fuck me and Matt, dude. We're both fat fucking gay retards,
I'm so
dude.
fucking fat right
I'm
now,
so
dude.
You're
fat,
not
dude.
fat. You're looking yoked,
dude. I told my jiu-jitsu instructor I was trying to lose 15 pounds, and he goes, "All right, man." And today, just like everyone was up and like jogging back to the space after they're done. I'm the last person doing the weird stuff up the mat. I'm like, I'm the fattest one in this class.
Well, what are you doing? What are you eating? Because I thought you're eating.
I eat pretty healthy, man. I just eat like a fucking pig, dude.
Gotcha.
Just like I was thinking about this yesterday. Like I saw Honey Nut Cheerios on top of my fridge. I saw
Eat
them
that whole box.
I saw them, dude. I mean, and like I get the big family size. So
Eat
like,
the whole fucking box.
I see them out of the corner of my eye before I even know what I'm doing. I have the Cheerios and I'm pouring myself a bowl, and I'm like, it's almost like sapient vision of like seeing fruit in a tree. And it's like, oh, sweet thing. It's like I'm directly.
And the sugar in that is insane.
I know.
Really?
Yeah, in cereals, like even Raisin Bran.
Really?
Yeah.
I was thinking this today. I was like, I don't even know why people even swallow desserts. It's like just chew them up and spit them out. There's no benefit in like actually consuming them. I mean, it's kind of bulimic. It's like lightly bulimic, but I used to do it when I was younger. When I was younger, I used to like eat a dessert and just go and spit it out. So I'm like, I don't need to swallow this.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, why not just? I'm like, it's not going to do me any benefit by like I don't know why you have to consume it and like make it part of yourself. Just chew it up, taste it, go.
That's why I dip.
Why?
That's what chewing tobacco is, dude. It's just a sweet treat.
It's a sweet treat.
This is citrus blend.
That's true. That's why I don't understand why you have to like eat a Reese's cup. You can chew it up and just like let it kind of melt and just spit it.
I don't know. I think it feels good.
Why do you
sliding down your throat?
That's what I was wondering. Like, so it's like, do people really like? Is it like? Do you like swallowing candy too? Being like,
yeah,
that's so weird.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Why do you
That's
just
great.
swallow a piece of cake? Just chew it up and enjoy.
These are the questions of the ages that you're asking. Why do we have to swallow Reese's?
It's like just spit it the fuck out.
All right, Steve, what's going?
I was going to talk to you guys.
Spit it the fuck out. Yeah, that's.
I don't know how interesting this will be, but so the Anthony Bourdain thing.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't really know of him too much. Like I knew of him by name, but my brother and I were talking about that, and it's kind of one of those things that I had. My reaction to that, in a very narcissistic way, is like almost a hair of relief. Not about that he's not him in particular. So it's not that I don't want Anthony Bourdain.
A lot of dirt on the Clintons.
No.
I think he probably did.
Let me just say, I don't want anybody to kill themselves. I'm very unhappy that he killed himself. That's a tragedy. But it reaffirms this thing where it's like no matter how much you think something's going to make you happy in the future, it's just not.
You're saying he reaffirmed your hypothesis.
Correct. I wish I could take it back and say it the way you just phrased it.
I don't know. Maybe
I hear what you're saying.
He was what, 61 or 51?
61.
61. Yeah.
All right. So he lived a pretty fucking wild, good life.
Yes.
So I don't know. Maybe suicide at that age, the happiness thing. I mean, I'm sure he was upset when he killed himself, but he was probably happy.
He was also on Chantix too.
Dude, I'm telling you, these drugs, dude.
Chantix is that shit you take to quit smoking, and apparently it like really fucks up with your. It really messes with your pleasure receptors, and like it's one of those like suicidal ideation may occur.
Okay.
But
he's also But go ahead.
I don't know. Sometimes I think you can. I don't know. I could be way off here, but the happiness thing. He could have still had a pretty fucking great life, and just
no. Steve's saying that
just clocked out.
Steve's saying that he had a thing being like, no matter what level of success you attain, it's not the end all be all, and right?
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
like
Well,
that.
if you
There's
have
still
this
an element.
underlying condition, which he had,
Yeah.
he was like addicted to drugs for a long time. It's not going away. And for me, and Matt and I had talked about this. Like, I'm so prone to fantasizing, and I've been doing that since I was like, 20 about my career.
Yeah.
It was always just like fantasizing about, I'm gonna be famous, or I'll be on this show, and then everything. Suddenly, I'll be like the Tommy Pope of just like fucking people. You know what I mean? Well,
I wasn't talking about fucking people. I was talking about Tommy jacking off.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever.
Tommy Pope jacking off,
A
you wanna jerk
success
off like
level of that kind.
You want to be the Tommy Pope of jacking off?
Well, let me just keep going. So then we get to that, and
Yeah, you wanted the whole kit and caboodle, dude. Money, pussy, power, dude.
but I'm just saying that
You're like
it's
DMX.
clear. It's clear that those problems need to be addressed now.
Yeah.
And that would never make it go away.
No. I got exactly what you're saying. I know what you're saying. And you were saying his death, a positive you got out of that was like, yep.
Yeah, because I mean, I can imagine what Shane's potentially saying, which is like, you're just fulfilled. You're still happy, but you go, well, I have nothing else to do, so I'm going to kill myself.
Like Hemingway eating that shotgun.
But I don't know enough about that particular case. But
Yeah,
I'm sure he was pretty bummed out.
I feel like if he was on some sort of like, but it's still
I take
hanging
back.
yourself's a
Yeah.
sad. That's not
It's
I've seen enough. Let me fucking
Yeah,
brutally hang myself.
I do take back any. I doubt there's been too many. You know what? It's been a good life.
Well, Hunter S. Thompson. He apparently said I'm going to shoot myself the day I turn whatever, and went out and.
But I think
himself.
he was losing his mind.
Yeah, he was definitely out of his fucking skull. I was reading a book about this robber Jack Black. It's a book called You Can't Win, and Shirley gave it to me. And it's this guy in the 30s and basically 20s to 40s who went around and was like a burglar, and just was a house thief, stole shit from like a safe cracker and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he eventually, it's like an autobiography, but he goes legit, and they talk about in the afterword of how he got paid to write for Hollywood after that. He was doing all this stuff. He had a pretty good life, and he told people if I start feeling shitty, or if I turn a certain age, I'm gonna tie weights to myself and jump into a river. And then one day he just disappeared. No one's ever seen him since. So it's he was doing pretty well.
Okay, so then there goes my hypothesis. Maybe
No, it's not. No, I'm just saying it's the same thing. It's this guy. He did everything you could possibly do, and at the end of it, he was like, and just fucking killed himself. I'm not attacking your hypothesis. I'm saying I thought I was reinforcing it, but I guess it wasn't. I just want to say the guy put weights on himself and jumped in a river. I thought it was pretty cool. That's
a good way to go.
That's the whole point of that.
That's actually probably a horrific way to go.
Yeah.
But so I was talking to Matt also too, then trying to address this anxiety issue, because I got very bad anxiety, and it tends to be in very specific areas. Mm-hmm. So a large indoor open places is just mayhem for me.
Target, Walmart.
Yeah,
the mall,
30th Street. Yeah,
the mall fucking kills me. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something about not being able to get purchase on the sound around you, where it's all kind of ambient, but it's all there, and everything feels very far away.
Well, you know what I bug out about how many strangers we have to deal with all the time. It's you're not really meant to. You're supposed to be in a little village of 40 people you've known forever. Yeah. And you deal with 80% strangers. So you're who the fuck's that guy? Who the fuck's that guy? Oh wow. If you see one person you know in public, you're holy fuck. So that's weird. Yeah. That's something I bug out about. I'm Jesus Christ, I don't know any of these motherfuckers.
You gotta move to a small town.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Eventually. But yeah, I stranger danger, dude. You gotta watch out for that.
Yeah, you can move to a small town and kill yourself.
That's not valid. Just sink into a fucking
be well, I know everyone here. They're all gonna miss me.
Yeah.
I
used to get anxiety a lot, man. It sucks.
And so I get this book called Dare, which is silly, but it's a lot of what you talked about, insofar as the general idea is you want to go towards the anxiety as opposed to trying to control it.
Yeah.
And so that was something What? Oh, Finn's.
Finn Man.
Yeah.
He does. I'm sorry. My dog is on my bed in the studio.
Looking absolutely adorable.
Whenever he lays down, he like tries to like pull blankets underneath him. And it's pretty great to watch.
Yeah, I like watching dogs get comfortable.
Yeah.
But
Anyways,
just that little switch was pretty big because every time I'd start to feel the feelings come on, dizzy or I can't breathe or derealization, things don't feel. I'm just desperately trying to get control of it, like thinking about my breathing, thinking about this. And the idea with this book was, no, you want to run at those sensations. So cheesy as it sounds, like if you're feeling your chest tightness, you're like, all right, well, make my chest tighter. Like I want to pass out.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you talked about. Although he doesn't recommend like the taking CBD till you freak out.
I'll just smoke weed.
Oh,
I'll just
you're
get
right.
as high as possible, and then I'd be like, right in that spot of like everything's wrong. Oh my god, and just weather it out, dude. Weather out the Stormy Daniels.
And so, and at the end of the day, what he says is like, it's not about it'll never go away. It's just about how you interact with those sensations when they do arise.
Yeah.
And that they're very normal.
Yeah, it is funny to think about when you have a panic attack. It's just you're like in a party and it's just you. There's a dude who's so in his head that he's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. It's just,
Right?
It's just this pure thing of like whatever you're talking about to yourself, and you're like, I need to go outside, dude. This is too fucked up.
Yeah.
It's funny how you have like a slight, like just like a Windows error. You're just like, oh god, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, because I walked to the Acme, I like couldn't go in the Acme, and it was like sitting there like kind of pacing, like scratching my head.
Yeah.
And people were walking by, probably nobody knows, but it's like I'm having such trouble going to pick up eye drops. Like just a storm.
Dude, I used to do when I used to have like I was convinced I was having a heart. I was like, I'm gonna have a heart attack because my heart had like a weird arrhythmia.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna have a heart attack. And like I would go to the treadmill and I would do like I'd watch the heart rate monitor and it would just like, and if it hit like triple digits, I'd be like, oh god, and I would just get off the treadmill. I would do like a minute on the treadmill and get off, and then like go do another thing and be like, oh, I gotta take a break. And I must have looked like a psycho at the gym for like 6 months.
Yeah.
But I got out of it. I did a little more every day.
this is back when you had a ponytail.
Yeah, dude.
So
that
you
was
must
like,
have looked like a
that was
real psycho.
That was me coming out of it. That was me conquering my health anxiety. The whole time I grew my hair, it was pretty much like 2 years. And
You should
for you.
grow it back
yeah,
out.
man,
Grow it back
now
out.
I do jujitsu, dude. Now it's the same thing with a heart attack. You're like, I'm gonna have a heart attack, and I'm just like, dude, bring on the big one, dude. Hook me up to the machines. Let's do it. And dude, I stopped.
Have you gotten deeper, like that derealization feeling?
A depersonalization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you gotten that, Shane?
What's that?
It's just like reality starts to feel more like a dream. Like you can't tell, is this real, is this not?
Yeah.
It just starts to feel very weird.
Like you get so anxious that it's almost like you were like, almost like cinematic in a way where you're like if you're walking through a bunch of people, it almost feels like you're in a music video almost. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird.
And he described it in the book. He was saying that, now I don't know whether this is true or not, but his theory is that your brain is so focused on, let's say, your heartbeat or your breathing, that all that other information is still coming in, but it's just being processed different because you're so focused on the other thing.
Whoa.
So then it just seems very weird.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And but the larger point is that everybody feels it. So it's like, because when you're experiencing that for the first time, you're like, I'm seeing through something here.
Yeah, because my vision will get fuzzy. I would be in a place, my vision gets fuzzy, I'm kind of tingly, and I'm just like, oh boy, something bad's happening. Then you just bug the fuck out.
Yeah, that's...
You get that?
I mean, I don't know about fuzzy. I get like a loss of focus. Does that make sense with your eyes? Like it seems like it's out of...
Yeah.
I don't know.
When you bug out too hard.
Yeah, I've had that. I've had that since I was like a kid.
What, bugging out?
Yeah, like... I don't know.
You talking about when you stare at something for a long time?
No, it's tough to describe.
Yeah.
I don't know how to...
You try to articulate your subconscious.
Yeah, thank you. But, yeah, anxiety. I mean, I have no plan of attack. I'm just...
You just clutch on the blankets.
Fucking riding the wave.
Well, do you get like hard... I would get like hard out of the blue life anxiety out of nowhere. Do you think you're just getting
Yeah, I
post
get
hangover?
that. I get that real bad.
Just like a look down the well where you're just like...
Yeah, I
What
get
does
that.
it feel like? What do you...
It just feels like if I have... It's all about stand-up.
Okay.
That's all it is. Like if I don't have shows or if I don't have anything good for a while, I'm all fucking...
Yeah.
I'm like, my life is a fucking failure.
Yeah.
Which is a frustrating point to be in because it is something you would need to worry about.
Yeah, but then it's almost bipolar because then I'll do something like I did last week, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, everything's going well. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, you did the bonfire.
Yeah, and then a week of not really doing anything. Like last night, I was doing Philly's Funniest competition. Yep. I'm just in the green room talking to a fucking weirdo after weirdo. Like, oh my god, like I was tired during stand up. And that's a weird thing.
Well,
normally I'm excited and happy to be there. Like,
I think it's a good gauge though of your, I would say, uptick, since now you're in helium and you're like, Jesus Christ, get me the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Almost like this is fucking boring.
But it's
almost
also
where, like, remember how stoked that you were like a year before, being like, I'm hosting the funniest. Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
Now you're like, Jesus Christ, this fucking thing. So that's a good sign almost.
Yeah, and it's exhausting to have conversations with people that you're not interested in talking
dude,
to.
Oh my god,
that was the only time I used to always give people shit when they would be like doing stand up and be like, I'm just working, like talking about stand up, and I'm like, dude, shut up. I remember someone did that one time. I think it was Trusso. He was like, he hosted all night, and then they were like, you want to host a Dirty Dozen? He was like, I'm too tired. I remember just being like, what the fuck do you mean you're too tired? But then when you host Philly's Funniest back to back, you bring all those people up, do 20 to 30 minutes, bring all those people up, another 30 minutes. By the end of that night, I was like fucking drained,
last night
dude.
I was fucking beat.
Yeah, that's when I was like, oh, I guess I could see how you.
And I was drinking too, which that normally helps. That normally helps me, like having fun.
Yeah.
But I was just tired. I was sitting there just like, holy shit.
Dude.
And because for those of you who don't know, Philly's Funniest competition, the first round, anybody can sign up.
Yeah.
Literally anybody. Yeah. So there's people that are doing stand up for like the first time or have done it for the first time in like the last 3 months. So you're sitting back there with people that are like asking you the dumbest fucking questions, talking to you, saying shit that like, I don't know. It's tough to explain.
You're also encountering like extremely self-deluded people.
Yeah, and
someone who does like their first stand-up show, their whole family's there, everyone laughs. In their head, they're like, it's like talking to like Justin Timberlake. They're back there in their heads being like, I'm totally going to be famous. You're just watching like, no, you're not.
And a lot of it's like, I've had these thoughts that you're telling me right now. I had the same feeling 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So like everything you're telling me, I've already hated that about myself. That I ever thought that what you're saying to me.
Now you're watching that.
Now I'm watching someone be like, so how do you come up with stuff like on the fly like that when you're up there? Like, what do you do to write?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there just like, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up. What's your name?
How do I say your weird
how do I
name?
say your last name?
God, that's so fucking funny.
You're gonna bomb. And there's people that I'll know are gonna bomb so bad that like I'll like introduce them and then just walk right out of the green room so I can watch them bomb.
When I hosted the Philly's Funniest, anyone who was staring in a mirror and reciting their set to themselves always bombed.
Guaranteed. That
was my rule. That's my as strong as my taking a shit in a Home Depot bathroom. Every time you go in a Home Depot bathroom, someone's taking a shit.
Yeah.
Every time I'm like 100 for 100 on that one. I'm like 6 for 6. I'm like any guy who'll be like in the mirror like practicing. I'd be like, oh dude, you're about to go out there and fucking eat it.
Yeah, it's a guarantee. Anytime you're taking stand up that seriously, and reciting it, it's like it's gonna suck.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty bad.
Because what happens is when they recite it verbatim like that you include when you write it like talking, as if you're not reciting something. Yeah. So there's words in there that are like. So anyway. Like, I was at the grocery store. What's with the grocery store? Yeah. And it doesn't come out natural at all. So it's everybody in the room's like, this is weird. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
It's a mom spaghetti sort of M&M thing.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't translate.
But, so, Steven, you have a talk coming up. You don't want to talk about that, do you?
Well, no. I mean, I talked about it last time, you know.
Yeah, but no one remembers.
No. It was so there's a talk coming up. There's a date is still to be determined. Yeah. But it's talk about how we make progress as humans and the reach of human progress, which I'll argue is unbounded. And so
we're going to space?
Sure. If we choose to. It doesn't guarantee that we will, but we can.
Nice.
I'm
looking forward to that.
Yeah. I thought if you wanted to, I could maybe argue out like a potential middle ground on the Jordan Peterson thing. If you wanted to have that conversation. Well,
hold on. Before we do that, let's take a
let's take a break.
How far into this are
45 minutes.
What are you guys doing right now?
Take a break.
It's 1:13.
What you gotta do, Steve?
Nothing.
You want to start over?
Yeah, if you want to. Do you want to?
Sure.
We're back, dude.
All right.
You just quelled our doubting Shane, dude.
Yeah, my weekly fucking we should delete this was voted down. So literally every episode, midway through, I'm like, what are we at time wise? Because we should delete this.
Once we hit 40, I'm like, it's in the bank. Dude.
Yeah.
And this has been pretty enjoyable. Steve, you were saying, Steve.
So Steve, who is now standing.
Yes.
Oh, you are? Wow. I didn't even look.
Oh, you think? Well, it's a metal chair.
Yeah.
And I've got hemorrhoids, and so what I was gonna say about this.
Does your ass start burning after a while, like sitting down, or
It's not burning. Just like I get.
You're saying you're like preparing yourself for like the wipe later.
It's not even the wipe. It's just like general discomfort.
Okay, cool. That means I don't have hemorrhoids. 'Cause I kind of thought I had them for a while.
You got bloody butt?
I had a little. I was just getting a sore ass, but I was eating lots of hot food and like wiping my ass.
That's
to the
all.
point where it
You'll
was
know
raw.
when you got hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, you can feel
bitch ass girlfriend was trying to say I had hemorrhoids. I'm like, I don't think I have them.
Fucking
So
girlfriend.
you're telling me they just like hurt while you're walking and stuff.
Yeah, but you might have if she's got a good eye on it, which it sounds like she does. She might see a couple bumps in there.
Dr. Steve Gerben, noted Jew and hemorrhoid sufferer.
I tried to get on a jury duty because of hemorrhoids. I emailed my doctor, my general care doctor, and I was like, so can I get a letter? Because I haven't brought this up to you, but I have very, very bad hemorrhoids. Well, I thought it was like more normal to try and get out of jury duty. She did not respond to my email.
Bro, you don't have to go to jury duty.
Yeah, you do.
No, dude, I've never been in my life.
But you do.
You totally don't have to go.
All right, well, whatever.
You like to go?
I
It's
don't
your
want that
civic
on
duty.
my... Yeah.
Are you hitting me with civic duty stuff? Yeah, but you were trying to get out.
Yes, for a medical. I was trying to get like a legal exemption.
I've never been to jury
But you
duty.
were trying to get out just because you didn't want to go, or you
Precisely.
legitimately didn't want your
I
body to be-
legitimately didn't want to go. Plus, I didn't want to sit in a chair all day,
Yeah.
which was probably going to be wood.
It's gonna fuck your ass up.
Definitely.
Have you ever been to jury duty?
No. I've never been asked to go.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've summoned me a couple times. My mail
And you
goes
just
to my-
don't go.
It goes to my mom's house or my parents' house.
Yeah, that's
Try to say
illegal.
my mom, so I sound
It's
cool
on
like
your
I have
record or
divorced
something.
parents. Huh?
That's on your record.
No,
Well,
it's
what
not.
the fuck's he applying for?
My clearances are fine.
Okay.
Oh yeah, dude. Because it goes to my mom's house, so it's my mom's the one who gets my mail.
So it's on your mom, dude.
So it's like, we might not talk, and if we didn't talk, I would never know I had jury duty. And if no one ever listens to this podcast, no, you don't have to go. You can totally throw it out. They don't like send people. They don't send like
I
a
just
general
don't think
inspector.
you can.
Totally can.
All right.
Well,
Living proof.
let's just agree to disagree on that.
Yeah.
He's got to be a patriot, dude.
You gotta stand your ground like Matt.
Yeah, I just occupy my house, dude. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. But go ahead about your butthole.
Hemorrhoids is a very serious condition.
That's right, and that's why I was saying that I think that this is something that children should be taught.
About hemorrhoids.
Yes, if you're gonna do sex education, you just have like 15 minutes where you go, don't strain when you poop, when you lift things, suck your asshole in.
So is that what hemorrhoids are from? Pushing too hard?
Yeah,
Yeah.
or like if you squat and you're not tight down there.
If
like,
you got a loose ass.
yeah,
For real?
yeah, you get them.
You got a loose ass?
No wonder I don't have hemorrhoids.
You got a tight butt.
I got a fucking...
Steve, what are you doing to your ass that your butt's so loose?
Well, old guys get hemorrhoids too.
Oh, yeah, geezers get it.
Don't you get hemis?
Yeah, I got hemis.
Well, so what are you pushing too hard, bro?
Yeah, I push farts all day.
Wait, you can't get
push-
hemis from pushing farts.
Yeah, you
though.
can.
Really?
Yeah, it's from pushing
Is
it
it
out
a
of your
push
asshole.
hair in your ass tissue?
No.
It's like a
herpes.
isn't it like a vein?
like ass
That's-
herpes.
it's like a vein that's popping out.
Oh,
From
really?
when you push too hard.
Bump. Yeah.
And it can bleed too, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
And
it
so,
fucking
like, even if
sucks.
you're doing sit-ups and you're just straining, then that'll get it. So that's how I get it from like doing any sort of like physical activity.
And then
Because I
you-
don't remember to like clench as if I'm sucking in a poop.
Well, honestly though, I've lifted for a long time and never made an effort to clench my asshole.
You might be doing it naturally though.
True.
Yeah.
Because it's such like a fucking masculine activity.
You might have
I
your
just
butthole
naturally-
clench all the time and you don't know it.
No, but I get it from ripping hard farts for
I thought
show.
you'd get them just for like having a dirty ass.
And then dumping too hard. No, it's not from dirty ass.
so just from pushing.
It has nothing to do with cleanliness.
Wow.
And I'm fat, so that's another contributor.
why do you get them
I don't
when
know
you're
if
fat?
fat people get hemorrhoids.
It's more like weight on it, on your... I don't know.
All my weight is centered on my asshole.
Once your
that thing's
once
just
your
blowing
fat,
out.
once your belly fat covers your dick, you get hemorrhoids.
You get hemorrhoids immediately. I mean, that definitely the correlation there. I mean, that's not the cause, but I guarantee anybody whose belly hangs over their dick definitely
It's like the
has
last pedal in Beauty and the Beast. So once you get full fucking like, once you get a full eclipse of the gut, dude.
My dad, when I told him I had hemorrhoids once, he was so happy
Why?
because he knew how much that hurt me. He was laughing so hard. It was just like because I had it. I've only had it like bad once.
Yeah.
Where
What
like
happens
it
when you
hurt.
have it?
It hurt to shit. Like so bad.
Oh.
Do you ever have them that
Yes,
bad?
yes.
Yeah, dude. Where it like you feel sick. It hurts that bad.
Okay, I definitely don't have these.
Yeah,
Thank
I mean,
God.
I only had it like that once,
Still.
but
What were you eating like?
I have no idea. But
It's like an
boy,
ass migraine.
hemorrhoids is that's something. You're exactly right, Steve. The public, it's such a shameful problem to have.
That's
So
true. They should teach that.
Yeah,
They
because
should
you
teach
do. You
that.
feel gross.
Yeah. Does it feel anything like having it? So it's nothing. Doesn't feel like dirty ass. It just feels.
it's
like
not
you have a
dirty ass.
Gaping sore.
Well, it can
It's
feel
not
like that.
gape.
Like small ones can feel like a real itch.
Yeah, they itch. Yeah, they itch like crazy. Yeah, you get itchy butthole.
Man, I thought here I was thinking my butthole was a
And then I think
total
you
fucking
get,
rainforest.
can you get them from wiping too hard,
I don't know.
or is that just bloody ass?
That's probably bloody ass.
Do you,
Yeah.
so you guys are
I wipe too hard a
front
lot.
to back wipers or back to front?
Front to back.
I'm back to front. That's probably why.
Uh.
I just dab mine like a pastel, dude, like a watercolorist.
You always have a dirty ass though.
No, it's been pretty good lately.
Well, now that you've
Well, now
you've-
that I have a
So I
butt custodian.
this is my thing on the whole like ass wiping scenario. This is insanity. What people do with their assholes, that there's no soap involved.
Yes.
Because if I came over and I shat on the floor, and you said, Steve, clean that up, and I just took a paper towel and just wiped it to where you couldn't see it anymore,
yeah, but
you'd be like, get some fucking disinfectant
That's
and
true.
spray that fucking ground. And yet that's all that happens to the asshole.
No, that's totally
When
different.
it's just not. It's
No,
just
it is.
not.
It is
Let
because
me-
the ground
Wait, so
isn't.
do you use
Nah.
like Clorox?
No, it's
do you use,
just
like,
not.
Clorox bleach
It is
wipes?
different.
I when I was when I was like 13.
Sit down, dude.
No,
He's still standing
He's
up.
standing up.
when I
Dude.
was 13.
What happened to fucking leaning into your problems, dude? You got to lean into this hemorrhoid. Oh boy, that
When I-
hurt. The
when I
steel
was-
chair,
when I
dude.
was 13.
It's like a hardcore match. ECW, ECW. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
So, oh man.
Okay, I'm 13. I've just taken a shower. I sit down on the side of my bed.
Oh Lord! Oh no! Stone Cold! Steel chair to the hemorrhoids! Oh God!
Start painting this picture. So
Sorry.
you got the towel around your waist.
He's got a family.
So you just out of the shower.
Just out of the shower, fresh out.
Yeah.
And I was never taught to wipe my ass.
Nobody was, dude.
No, for whatever reason. And I've yelled at my mom about this. Like, why would you not? This should be the first. Like, take something, stick it up your ass.
No, she was probably like, "You can figure that out."
That's what she said. She was like, you'd figure it out.
I never figured it out.
So
either, dude.
I'm 13. I'm sitting there. I felt an itch in my crack. I'm just fresh out the shower. I scratch it. I do it like that monkey in that viral video.
Yeah, you
I
always smell it.
It's
You're
just
exactly- yeah.
pure grain ass shit.
Oh my
and
God.
I was just, and then I started to get like obsessed with like cleaning my ass after that because it's
Steve,
just mortifying.
dude, what are you doing?
So anyway, the fact that people just wipe and stop there is insane to me.
Where do you take it to?
So here's what I do.
Alright.
I go. I have a
Don't
system.
pet my dog with your fucking ass hands.
Well, I'm cleaner than you.
No, you're
There's
not.
no fecal matter on
I
me.
just showered and wiped my asshole out.
Well,
what,
that's
what do you think about people
Get off
taking
my
a
dog.
shit while on their cell phone and like wiping their ass and grabbing their cell phone?
I do that. God damn it.
yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty gross.
But yeah, I have a system kind of like somebody would disassemble a gun very effectively. I have a. I take like the toilet paper, I fold it, and then I just have like I know the right. Like when I turn the faucet on, I give it a little bit of a thing under the faucet and just a hair of soap on there.
So you're like a dog.
Use
You're
soap?
like a dog.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Only,
You
so
put hand soap on your
Hand
asshole?
soap in my ass.
So you're
and
like
I
a dog that only eats wet food in the way.
Yes.
No dry toilet
Wait,
paper.
you
dude.
put hand soap on your asshole every time you take a shit?
Yeah.
But-
and then I
So the first guy in there is
first guy in there is
soaked up.
dry.
Okay.
Just got to get
Just a little damage control.
right. You get the worst of it.
Just in case of any Hershey kisses kissing around.
Then you get in there with either your moist toilette or your.
Dude, you are a fucking lunatic. God damn.
Hold on, so the dry hand. So you hit him with the first dry mummy. You do a mummy wrap to the fucking.
I don't wrap it around my hand. Dude.
Do you mummy wrap your hand?
My friend does.
Oh, that's
my
wild.
friend mummy wraps.
That's so much toilet paper.
That would just drive me insane if I knew that.
He lived with my brother and he would saw through toilet paper.
Give it the mandible claw.
So you're like a nice square fold.
Yeah.
You attack,
Yep.
and then you hit it with the
And then you
moist
get
towelette.
hand soap
Yes.
and wipe your asshole with hand soap.
Yes.
And then back to a dry.
Ooh.
No, then
Doesn't
do
that
a
sting?
wet. No. Because you use a hand soap that's got a little bit of like moisturizer in it.
Ooh.
And then I go back to
You're
a
lubed
wet.
up.
Then I go back to a wet, and then I put hemorrhoid cream in there. By the way, hang on. This is pretty funny because O'Connor was over at my house one day, and I farted, and he was just like, "Boy, that sounded a little wet." And I was like, "No, nothing."
That was just all the lube.
Right. And that's what I found out later. Because then the next day, my cousin was over. I farted, and he was like, "You got to go change your pants. You just pooped your pants." And I was like, "I don't know why everybody's telling me that." He's like, "There's
blasting out lube.
It's just preparation H."
Dude, Steve. So now
I've got my asshole's impeccable.
you
Shane.
totally discredited yourself.
No, it's
on
an
any
impeccable,
topic. No.
impeccable asshole.
I'm not talking about the asshole because you seem like an expert on that. But
Yes.
now any topic you discuss, any of your detractors can just be like, "Who, weird asshole guy?"
Yes.
Well, it's
Guy
also a level of openness too.
It is, but
So when you
you've
fart,
opened the door to now.
Does it sound like squeezing silly putty? It's like a gap.
Yeah. That's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, that doesn't discredit you either in my eyes, Steve.
Very proud
No,
of it.
But I'm high in
I'm saying the
openness.
haters. I'm saying the haters.
What haters, bro?
The haters and the losers
Dude,
will come down upon
Jesus
him.
had 1,000 haters and 12 disciples, dude.
How'd that work out for him?
He's Lord of the universe, dude. That's how it worked out for him. He rose again to Lord of the universe. Pretty good.
Maybe.
Definitely.
Nah, inshallah. Wallah. Steve's a Jew.
So what?
I'm not non-practicing.
What
I'm
do you
not
think? He
a
doesn't
Jew,
think
I mean-
Jesus is Lord of the universe?
Well, he thinks Jesus' dad's Lord of the universe. I don't know.
No, he doesn't think Jesus was divine.
That's fair. I don't care. I'm
That's
just
why.
saying, it
That's
was
why
just a cool
Steve's
saying.
ancestors
That's all. I was
with
trying
their
to give you a cool
with
saying.
their gross butts.
I was trying to
killed
give you a
him.
possible chest tattoo idea, but you don't want it, so don't
What,
take it.
Jesus is Lord of the universe?
Jesus had 1,000 haters and 12 disciples, dude.
True. Oh man. Well,
So you're saying your butthole is clean. You can call it loud and
Yeah.
sloppy sounding, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
clean.
it's a boisterous asshole.
That's right.
But
Your
it sure is
butthole
clean.
is basically my dick.
Yes.
I have like an old 1967 Cadillac that I'm constantly working on it.
You guys should fuck.
I got my dick in the shop. And
You guys should combine forces.
constantly working on it.
With your fucking dong wax and his lubed ass, dude, that would be heavenly if you two
We
fucked.
start like a his and hers, dude.
Oh, I had back in the day. I had an idea for a penis product.
What happened? Oh, what is it?
It wasn't.
You presented this.
What?
Go ahead.
Oh, I've already told you.
Hold on, let me hear it.
I've already
I'm
told
going to
you?
see if I remember it. Go ahead.
Oh, the
Is
idea
it condoms?
was
Is
yes,
it lubed?
yes.
All right, let me hear it. What was it?
Well, you would lubricate the outside of the condom
Okay.
with something that made the vagina contract.
Oh yeah, this is the craziest shit I've heard.
Oh, yeah, you hit me with this before.
Yes.
I mean,
Explain it. Explain it more.
Well, it's
I
just
I
just the
usually
idea of instead of taking something to make the penis feel bigger or your penis bigger, you make the vagina feel tighter.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
gotta whisper the right stuff in their ear, dude. Just gotta be like, hey, babe, let's go. I fucking love your asshole.
My asshole is lubed up right now. Don't worry about my tiny dick. Your pussy's about to contract.
No, but like, it'd be tough. You'd have to brand those so
Steve,
secret.
Yes.
damn it, dude.
It's probably scientifically possible, but you have to. The branding would be so tricky because, like, if you were out to buy condoms and your girlfriend found that you bought the vaginal contracting condoms,
Right.
That's like a girl coming home and buying you like extra small condom. That's like
Right. You have
Yeah.
to market it
Pussy is
to
yeah.
women under the slogan
True that.
make him feel bigger.
girls probably would like that. You're right.
But
Or you
I
can
think
market
they'd
it as, hey, you got a giant pussy.
I was gonna say you could have like Martha Stewart come out and be like, "Hey, you whale pussy horse."
And I think
Are
for
you
the
a-
record, I'd like to say that I'm not advocating making this product.
Are you a slut with a giant pussy? Hi, I'm Dr. Steve Gerben, noted Jew and hemorrhoid sufferer.
Oh, that's so fucking funny.
Steve Gerben is not a doctor.
My friend bought this stuff in freshman year of college. Bought this stuff it was called Mandalay, and it's like a desensitizer. It's like basically the shit like Ambisol you put on your tongue, whatever that's called. It kills your nerve endings, or it temporarily kind of like cuts them off.
Numbs your dong up.
Yeah, so you numb your dongers, and then so you don't come so fast. And he was having sex with his girlfriend, and he was like doing it secretly. Like he'd go get his condom and like put Mandalay on. He put it on the wrong side of the condom and rolled the condom down and started having sex with his girlfriend. And she was like, "I can't feel myself," and her pussy just went totally numb. And he's like, "Weird, that's fucking weird."
Oh my god, dude.
He's like, "Well, that's crazy. It must be these condoms. I don't know what's going on with it."
Yeah,
Fucking hit her with the Mandalay, dude. It totally killed the pussy.
Mandalay. You should get that for your asshole. You should just numb your asshole.
With Mandalay.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I mean, the concern with that would be that then it would exacerbate the problem.
Then the problem, you wouldn't even feel the problem.
No,
You'd
no,
just be
I'd-
roided
It'd
out.
be like being on painkillers. Yeah, you just...
It would come back worse.
So what's like? Is there any long-term cures or like?
I think you could potentially get surgery, but I've got them like inside and outside, so you gotta like.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, there's external and internal roids.
Ooh.
You can get inside your butthole roids, deep in the colon.
Where's an out? What's an outside?
Outer
roid?
is like on the butthole.
Right
You can
on-
see like a bulge.
Which is probably what your
okay.
girlfriend's seeing. That's what I was saying. If she's getting in there.
Yeah, she hasn't said anything about that. She's just more of like she's on poop patrol.
Okay.
So, but you don't get hemorrhoids. You got a personal butt janitor, dude.
I mean, that I would love that.
it's pretty nice.
That's what you need to find. Put that on Tinder.
You'd be
Just be
surprised,
like,
man.
hey, is anybody here
There's
interested
a lot
in...
of girls who want to get into guys' butts, dude. They're kicking around out there. They're thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, if
I'm
I were
just-
you, I would say that.
What?
You've got experience with it. You found one. You've got to be like, there's got to be plenty of girls
No,
like
I'm
this.
telling you, man. I've dated girls before, and they'll fucking attack your butt, dude. They're looking to do it.
They're trying to get into your asshole.
Yeah.
They like that.
It's just something they can take from you, dude.
You think women are trying to take things from you?
Yeah, just to be like, remember when I put my finger in your ass, and you're like,
Little booty. Yeah. All right.
it's a nice thing to have on someone. Like if I'd fingered your ass, there would be a secret bond we'd have.
Would you ever get pegged?
No, hell
Yeah.
no.
You would.
That's how you get hemorrhoids, dude.
Steve, you would get pegged.
Yeah, I feel like I feel
Really?
like I could take it. I would have to
Oh,
like.
Jesus Christ, dude. Dude, this is...
Wait, there's nothing wrong with taking pleasure from your butt.
From getting pegged, I do have a problem with that.
Why?
It's fucking weird.
Okay.
Anytime I hear a dude, and I'm not shitting on you here,
No, you can
but
shit on me.
I've heard this too many times lately
About dudes
from
getting pegged.
dudes that I'm sitting down with talking, either getting pegged or being like, yeah, I would get pegged.
I think a
Oh,
lot of
really?
people think
Yes.
they could, but I think
I
once
think
the
push
peg
comes
comes
to
out,
shove, dude.
I think once the peg comes out,
Interesting. So here was my thought process on this.
yeah.
That it's really just, it's not a physical sensation that I think I would enjoy. Like when I put a like suppository up my ass, I'm like, it feels weird. I know.
It
I
does
don't
feel good when your butthole sucks it up.
Oh, then that's an interesting
When your
feeling.
butthole,
Yes, yeah.
If you put a suppository
Hold
in your
on,
ass,
so
your
you-
butthole just snatches it.
And you like it.
That does. It is. It's a nice feeling.
It's a reverse turn.
Yeah. It feels great.
The first time I did that, I giggled. But
I giggled.
the way
Jesus fuck,
the
I'm
way
running
I
around
would
on
do
the
it is
carpet and jerked off.
if it really turned her on, and this is somebody that was going to be
this-
with long term,
Oh, if it really turned her on.
right?
Yeah.
Then I would say we're going to start with something that would be like suppository size,
Yeah.
something that's not,
So,
and then I just have
your
to.
dick.
So then I just have to endure an uncomfortable physical sensation. That's not that uncomfortable, but it's getting her off. Because the thing is that if you have something that really turns you on and she's kind of like, you're just like, fuck, come on,
That's true.
just like tough it
I'll
out,
give up the ass.
right? So she really wanted it, than something very small. Wouldn't nothing.
Do you think that adds to the element of eroticness, her commanding to get into your butt a little, or no?
What is that? What do you mean?
The fact that she's like totally dominating your butt and you're just appeasing her. That's what it's called.
It would make me feel.
That's a butt queen. If
Is that,
someone
that's
has a
interesting.
butt queen, there's like a girlfriend who like demands entry into your asshole.
Oh, well, I mean, as long as that personality, I don't know.
As long as,
as long as
dude, don't do it.
they have
If-
enough.
no.
You can't. Do
I'm
this
not
with a poor
looking
girl.
for it.
She has
I'm
to be
just
rich.
saying-
She
If
has
your
to be
girl's,
rich.
dude, if
Don't
this
do
is,
this with a poor girl.
You're talking, yeah, that's true.
It would have to be a long-term relationship with somebody.
with a good family.
So you're, yeah,
That's how you solidify land deals. Dude.
yeah. She's got to
She
come from
sticks an
good
ink pen
stock.
up your ass.
It's got to be good stock, and
She fucks you with an ink pen, and her father signs the title.
yeah,
to
he puts
the
a
land
wax,
over
he puts a
you.
wax stamp on your back
Right.
instead of her coming. But so you're gonna this would be hypothetically with somebody that you love, like are in a long term relationship with,
Yes, and then it really.
and then you want to have kids, and you got to look your son in the eye someday when you're out playing catch.
Yeah.
and you're like,
Well,
son, one day.
the worst
No,
part.
I'd be
Will
like,
you
son,
fall in love?"
I let your mom stick
Stuff up my ass.
Stuff up my ass because he got her off,
All right.
and I take care of her.
Be like, I had
I
something in
make
my
sure
ass
she
when I conceived
fucking
you.
comes hard, and I.
Like, my asshole was full with like a tube sock and a battery when I conceived you.
Well, again, there would be a limit to the girth.
Look at Finn giving you side eyes for being a fucking
the one thing I worry about
Finn
is
the dog's over here
if you
looking
had
at.
makeups, like reverse makeup sex with your girlfriend, and like you just kind of were fighting, and then she pegs you, she might be a little rough and fucking. And also, what the shape of the peg? Are you going like a dick?
No, like I
Or,
said,
like,
it's got to be
you know what I mean?
suppository
How phallic are you
side.
going? Like
Sup-
a butt plug then.
I want to say specifically the size of a suppository. I would want a custom.
That's so little.
Yes, I want to start small. I don't fucking jump in, shallow end,
So
wait
you're
in.
no size queen then.
No,
You are not a size
no,
queen.
definitely not.
Okay, but what if
Would
she
you
wants to
do
start
it?
gradually?
Would you do it?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, okay.
This thing you're talking like a Visine container. I could, yeah. I'll take a Visine container up my ass right now and I won't even notice it. Here's my question to you.
Yeah.
What if she wants to strap it around herself?
Yeah. Oh, like peg.
What if, do you have a choice between like a large, like non-phallic object or a tiny penis?
But for the tiny penis, she has to literally fuck me with it.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I definitely take the smaller one. Again,
You would take the tiny penis?
Yeah, I think I can get myself in
What
a
would you
mental
take?
state.
Shane, you have to get something up your butt. It's like a big, like a floaty almost, something
Yeah.
like that, like totally non-phallic, or just a teeny penis.
But she's
A
got
teeny penis on a man?
No, I mean Jesus, you can if you want.
Wait, it's just a tiny object that's shaped like a penis?
She straps it on.
Well, I think
She straps on a
getting
tiny-
pegged is a strap on.
It doesn't have to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
I
totally.
thought getting pegged was strap on.
That was my understanding as well.
Could be, but you can. I mean, they can totally just sit there or
That's just getting butt dildoed.
double dildo you.
Ooh, that's a new twist.
What?
Double dildo with your chick.
Yo,
You guys are
yeah.
both legs in the air.
yo. Like
Damn.
Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah.
They do the
Or
double
you're
dildo.
ass to ass. You and your wife,
I mean, it definitely exists.
the
on
mother
internet.
of your children.
I mean, that's a Saturday night.
It's a wild time.
A little back to back, dude.
It's like, let's toss on some fucking Stranger Things, and then afterwards we'll fucking do ass to ass dildo each other. But
That's funny thinking about like in all like the grade school CYO events. There's how many of the parents like just were like eating each other's asses. Just,
oh man, but yeah, no, I would go with the smaller object.
You go with the tiny
and phallic's designed to designed for entry
I'm gonna step it up. That's true, and
So
for,
that would
and
be-
for pleasure.
and for plunging.
Okay, so if you're gonna go just like a like a pretty size, like an 8-inch peg, this is both penises at this point. You have a choice between like an 8-inch fat fucking pegger or like a standard fucking like 5, but that also squirts inside you at the end.
The squirting inside. I mean, if I'm already going all in on this, the squirt
It squirts
inside
a
would
lot.
probably
It
be
squirts
great.
A lot.
It would probably feel great.
It squirts hand soap. It squirts hand soap in your butt.
Yeah, this is
All right.
trash. You
What?
think we're gonna get to Mars talking about shit like this, Steve?
Yeah.
You know what's going to be interesting about getting to Mars?
Yeah.
You'd be like the first
First
person to do everything.
True that.
I came the first person to beat off on this.
That's pretty tight.
Forever. Do whatever. Any weird thing that you do.
You think the space race is to see who can jerk off first? Is that what us versus the Soviet Union was? Who jerked off on the moon first? Who got the first moonshot?
Technically, that hasn't happened yet, though.
I bet it has.
As far
I
as you
guarantee one of those astronauts
You
cracked
think
one
someone
off.
jerked off
Definitely
on the fake
not.
moon landing when they faked the moon landing? Some guys like, I don't care, I'm coming on it. I'm coming on the set, dude. Fuck it.
Why do you think the flag was so stiff? Woo!
You said we put up a cum-covered flag.
Yeah. Astronauts have definitely jerked off. There's been several.
Someone's jerked off in space.
Well, there's
for sure.
been definitely several nuts in space.
Yeah, in space, for sure.
Think of that, just floating around the room when
Ew,
you finish.
Dude, your nut just floats around everywhere.
Gets into
You
like a
gotta catch it
computer
out.
system. and fucks it up.
You're gonna swim after your
That's what
nut.
happened to Apollo 13.
What do you think they nut?
I think Tom Hanks jizzed on one of those systems, and they were like,
It'd be funny if you're like,
he was jerking
you're
off.
quietly jerking off in your little pod, and you have people next to you, and you're like, all of a sudden your nut starts flying up in the air, and you're like, oh shit! You gotta like swim around and snag it back.
Floats into the other guy's room and just. Oh man, yeah. So
I mean, if
They
I
think
became a
mine was
millionaire, the
spit.
first thing I did was
hold on, what was that?
What
I was
happened?
like, they would think mine is spit. I have very clear.
Ew, Steve.
That's healthy. Say you got real clear.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's not good. I gotta get it looked at.
Why?
Really?
Well,
So
if
you
I-
only nut pre-cum?
Well, I don't know if it's pre-cum, but if one day I want a father, so,
Yeah.
it's like,
If you want a sire, a boy.
So
yeah,
you're saying you need that cloudy. You need that
yeah.
cloud.
I think that's an indicator.
milky
of a
substance.
Yes.
Sometimes it turns yellow too. You gotta watch out for that.
You gotta watch out for that old yeller.
Yeah, that
Sometimes you
old-
gotta put that down.
I don't know why he does that. I read about it like 3 times, but
You still don't.
I don't know. I just read about it and I go, okay. Something I Google like once a year and go, okay. And then I totally forget as soon as I
Yeah,
Google
yeah,
it.
yeah. So,
I think if it stays in you too long, it starts turning yellow. Which makes sense.
oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's because you go on nofap's. Steve, you ever nofap?
Yeah, I've tried.
How'd it
How long
go?
Yeah, with your record?
Not long at all.
Yeah.
Several hours?
No, like I'd say 3 or 4 days tops.
Good.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a good, healthy boy.
Yeah, that's about right. Three days is good.
Yeah, but I was trying to do like 2 weeks.
Oh, well, that's no good.
No, I had.
It's
lack
hard.
of willpower, and it was like when I was like walking to the toilet paper, it was like, you're breaking your willpower right now, and I was like, whatever, like having that conversation in my head,
Yeah.
just like marching back, and I go,
I do it all the time.
like an
dude.
idiot.
I do it when I finally just let my defenses down and I'm jerking off. It's such a sad
You
day.
just
Yeah.
It's
succumb.
like I'm trying not to do it at all, and just Jesus Christ, man, when you do it and afterwards you just go, I didn't need to do that. Sometimes though I go like, I fucking needed that.
Yeah.
I don't care. I needed that.
Exactly right.
Sometimes you need to crack one off. dude.
Of course you do.
I hit a level where I'm just like, fuck it, dude. We're doing
Well, you're on
it.
a different level. You're on a plane that.
Gerb's fucking. He sounds worse off than me.
With what?
Needing a fucking crumb.
You need to crumb.
But 3 to 4 days is about that's
reasonable.
That's panic time. That's kind of
No,
like all right.
I hit 3 to 4 days just going about my business.
Not me, bro.
That's good. That's
You
what
gotta
I
think
want
about-
to be.
you're-
I want to be in that
Yeah, but
mental
Shane,
state.
you're a big dude. Naturally, you were kind of like running stuff, so your DNA is just like whatever. Me and Steve are smaller dudes, so we gotta we're designed to crank them out all the time. In order for our genes to have competed with yours back in the day, we'd have come twice as hard.
I come from a long line of dudes who don't come that much.
Like your ancestor probably had like a harem somewhere in a cave, and me and Steve were popping in, just being like,
You guys are sneaking. You're sneaking
we
into
were
the
like little
cave.
mosquitoes, dude. We were just running around like.
Oh man. Yeah, so Steve, you got a fucked up asshole. Your cum's weird. You would get fucked in the ass. Anything else you want to share?
I could share a story. I feel like you're gonna Q plus me on this and be like, don't
Shut up. Don't be
Who's
gay.
Q plus?
Well,
He's saying I'm going to make fun of him for being gay.
but I've told everybody, and I
Say
need.
the fucking story.
I got catfished like
What?
a decade ago.
We shit that on camera.
I got catfish. Just dead serious. He leaned into the table and looked totally serious.
Oh, well, I'm standing out there. I'm gonna tell my catfishing story. Let's see this fucking piece of metal. I forgot my ass cushion.
I'll switch. This is a cushion.
Oh. All right, fine. I'll sit. No, I don't want your chair.
Here,
I can't. I can't be.
I want you to fucking plug the mic in for some reason. It's coming out fine. We're fine.
It's good.
All right, so tell us.
Is my hand fucking it up?
No, your hand's not fucking it up. Tell us about the time you got tricked on the internet into falling in love.
It's almost worse than that because.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Hold on, I'm sorry. You want to know what's worse than that? Matt got catfished by a dude.
Travis by a tranny
that
for an
he
erotic
made out.
massage.
He
Yeah.
kissed
No, I know about that.
He kissed the guy, and then the guy
think this
clearly.
is-
Kiss the guy. Shane's such a fucking liar.
I think I got you beat, man. I think this one's worse.
Really?
Yes.
How?
I jerked off on the internet.
Oh, put your mic back in the thing.
Okay.
Let's get over here. Now I'm paranoid that it's getting fucked up.
Yeah, my bad.
No, you might be right though. So
I was in Los Angeles for an internship.
okay.
That's gay already. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was like a decade ago. It's like mid-20s.
Okay.
And immediately when I get out there, there's like no success with women whatsoever.
Yeah.
You know, like a
LA
little
is
bit
a tough town, dude.
right? And it was like when I got out, I rented a car from this place called Rent-A-Wreck, and it was this like old Ford Festiva, and I got in, I was like, this is so hilarious. And like as I was driving to my cousin's house, by the time I got there, I was like, I'm never gonna be able to go on a date.
He's doing a Ford
It
Festiva.
stunk. It was horrible. It was disgusting. This car.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I got very lonely after a couple months, and I signed up for this thing called Lava Life.
Getting lonely. It's so funny.
It
It is so
Being lonely.
bad.
It sucks,
Yeah.
dude. It's so bad.
And
Yeah.
the decisions that I made, because again, the type of brain that I have is like I desperately want to be a Tommy Pope-esque. I know we're not talking just about
Yeah.
jerking off, but like with dates with you
You
know,
only heard that part.
I know.
but you know what I mean. It's like I've always like fantasized dating, and it's just I just don't date a ton.
You want
but
to be
it's
a
like,
Chad.
I do want to be a Chad.
Yes.
So that's always like that push is there, but it's never. I'm not. It's like I want a ton of chocolate, but I get like a small piece here and there.
Yeah, I got
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
The supply and demand is off. So I signed up for Lava Life, and at that
What's
time,
Lava Life? What's the service?
Lava Life was a dating service.
Got like an old one, like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And they-
just only weirdos are online dating at this point.
Yes.
All right.
I
wasn't
think it
as
was.
accepted
I
yet.
think actually this one was. I think it was like a little bit more accepted at the time.
Yeah, you were in LA
was out.
too. That was different. That
Yeah,
kind of caught
true.
on faster in the cities.
But they had a. There was like 3 different sections. There was like, friends, and then there was dating, and then there was like adult. Which was basically
Yeah.
like you're trying to like an adult friend finding section.
Exactly. A casual, whatever it's called, casual affair.
Casual affair. So I get into this sexed, instant messaging with this girl, and I'm saying, just deplorable, depraved things. She's writing back things.
Okay.
It's like-
No, this could happen.
so then she says, "I want to watch you jerk off."
Never talked on the phone or anything?
No. Now,
This
this
is
is going to
messages.
appall you how stupid I am at literally every
know,
step.
man.
Nah.
You're a
So-
guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Trying to get, you're a
dude.
guy
When
trying to get
when
a
you're
load off.
lonely, you're doing some
Yeah.
dumb shit.
Well,
Right.
That's
Yeah.
exactly. If you're a guy lonely in a strange city, you're ending up. This is what happens.
It's-
There's no
This is
rules.
Exactly what happens. You come somewhere in front of
Yes,
someone.
Yeah.
and that's why I also like as another public service announcement beyond
Yeah.
the hemorrhoids. It's like Shane just farted a lot. It sounded like he was asking questions.
So what's your PSA then?
What the PSA is like just try not to jerk off for a stranger on the internet because you just really
don't know
resist
who
the
it is.
urge.
All right,
yeah.
so you're
so I'm there.
sexting.
So we're doing all this AI, about this, that, and the other, and then she's like, "I want to watch you jerk off." So this just it seems like a great idea at the time.
For sure.
So now,
It is. It's a great idea. Go ahead.
but she sends me. So I was like, "Well, you go on. Like you should. Like I want to watch you too."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, I don't have a video camera," so she just sends me a photo.
How the fuck you gonna watch this? That's like, how you gonna watch this then? She has a phone. You're going through phones.
Well, no. She,
She's on a
would-
computer
would have
that
said
doesn't have a camera.
Oh, I got you.
claims.
Gotcha.
And so so I just get a photo.
Yeah.
And so now now I'm like looking, and if
It's time
if
to
this
jerk
footage,
off now.
Yeah, 100%.
this footage
Photo
ever
came
comes
through.
out, I had to get ahead of it. Like I told everybody just to be like,
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
like to my brother, I was like, this footage exists of me doing just jerking off on the internet. So basically, I was like, you could see me looking at myself, like trying to make myself like look sexy in this. And then so now I'm beating off, and then she's writing things. It's like, I want to hear you moan. But I had roommate, like I was living in a dining room. I was living in a dining room with just like curtains over the thing, and so
Doing a Ford Festival in a dining room.
the dining room with just curtains on. I was like, and so I'm typing back like I can't.
Hold on,
I
let me
can't
hear you
moan.
moan. How
I
did you
did
moan?
not moan.
How would you moan?
I did not moan.
I know, but how would you?
I would,
Not even a little gasp,
if I'm moaning,
just
I'd be like, oh,
You didn't even give her a little like.
no. No, if I moan, I'm more of a talk. I'd be like, you're so fucking, I'm more like that.
Steve, man. Steven. Oh, you dirty dog.
But anyway,
I got to recap. I have to recap. So you're in a Ford Festival. You're in a dining room jerking off for someone on the internet.
yeah.
And you're like, this is the one.
Yes. So, I'm nude on a blow up thing,
You're nude on an inflatable mattress?
Yes.
Holy fuck.
I ejaculate into a sock. Okay.
I ejaculated into a sock.
And she writes, LOL, and then closes the chat window.
So you don't know who this is.
I mean, we know who it is.
Who is it?
Just somebody that's either, at best, a room of guys fucking with me. At worst, somebody that's like recording it to just like put on the internet.
Oh my god.
So now
That's a nightmare.
it is a nightmare
That's a
because
Black Mirror
there was
episode.
so much intense
Yeah.
interaction. It was like the 30 minutes before beating off on camera was so exciting, and then I'm
Just have a
beating off on camera so
montage.
dirty, and what? And then it's just like, LOL, it closes, and I'm laying nude on a blow-up mattress, and now I was just like, my life's over. At that point, like
You
it
got
was
to
still.
Bourdain out on that one. You got to fucking...
Listen, I do think that if I was ever going to commit suicide, that was the moment because
Yeah, that's a good time to do it.
I was still doing
You should have
comedy.
texted him back LOL and fucking sent him a video of you killing yourself.
I was imagining the
Joke's
montage.
on you, asshole.
I was imagining the montage, just like. He's like rolling around an air mattress. Just different angle. Him like sitting up, like.
Oh. I'm going to ejaculate into the sock now.
Oh god.
Damn, dude, that is...
Took me a
Just
few
you
days to
just-
recover from that.
Just a shot of his hand gripping the sheets for a while.
Oh, God. LOL.
And of course, that was going through my head. I was like, "Is there any way I could say that this wasn't me?" It's like I have arthritis, like with these hands.
Yeah, but there's that. Whatchamacallit? They're getting really good at that imaging shit.
I know.
Yeah.
You're like, no, just some weirdo got me.
I can't. I'd be like, that is me. Have a look.
Hey, you know what? It's something everybody does. So
Yeah.
it's like.
Holy shit, though. That's... You say you
Wow,
got over that
it's
in a
10
few days?
No, probably not in a few days. I mean,
That
if-
would stick with me. I'd be going to sleep at night now. Thinking
Nah, I
about
wouldn't
that.
worry about it now.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it now. I really, at the time though, because I was still doing stand up, and my stand up was also, I was so worried about like reputation too, because it was more of a,
Yeah.
I guess
See,
a
I
little
just worry-
cleaner.
I worry about that kind of stuff getting to like my mom. That
Yeah.
would fuck me up.
Yeah.
Someone being like, just haha, and sending it to your contacts, and you're like, dude, stop.
My parents are cool. My dad would just be like, "You're a fucking idiot." My mom would be like,
I mean, they
"Well,
both-
I never want to."
Exactly. They both would be like, they wouldn't like disown me, but they'd
Yeah.
be like, oh man.
The blackmailing of me would not.
How much do you think she'd watch of it? You think she'd last like a couple seconds
She
on
wouldn't
it?
watch it.
I mean, if it came, it was like, hey, here's a video of your son. She'd just probably click it.
Oh yeah, and just be like, "Oh my god!"
You think
yeah.
it'd take her like at least 5 seconds to turn that off?
Yeah, she would turn it off very.
I was
Was
saying.
Dick out from the beginning?
Well,
or were you
like
doing a little
the
foreplay?
the beginning of it is me like looking at myself and then like
Nice. Doing a couple.
and then like laying down and like
Just fucking flexing in the
yeah, trying to get like a good angle on tiny
Man,
little old.
that's
Man,
tough, man.
That's great.
That's tough.
That's wonderful, dude.
That's
When
tough.
all of our internet history is about to come out, dude, we're about to all be fucked.
Yeah.
There's going to be Ancestry.com.
Yeah. For
basically our grandchildren. That instead of your genealogy traces your ancestors' web history. That's going to be out. Like, dude, my fucking great grandfather's into butt plugs. That's crazy. That's going to come out one
jerk
day.
off buddies.
Yeah, that's going to come out one day.
Yeah, you said.
That happens though. When you're in a city, if you're by that loneliness, I run away from it. Like whenever I feel lonely, I just go home. I've quit things because when I was in Spain at first, I wanted to quit right away. I wanted to be like, oh, I'm going home. This sucks.
Yeah.
Then you wait it out and it gets better, but
well, yeah,
a lot of times
there's people who can go out and like go to a bar and just be like, well, let me go out and see some people. If it's like, I don't really go out of my way to interact with people.
Yeah.
So if I'm lonely and no one talks to me, I'll just be lonely forever.
Yeah.
I need someone like, hey, what's up? I'm like, oh, sweet, someone's talking to me.
I love you.
I don't really go out. I don't really go out of my way.
You want to watch
like,
me jerk off?
Hi.
What's this? A text message? I'll come right now on an air mattress. You want me to film it? All right. I'm so fucking lonely, dude.
I think in a way it was a beautiful thing you did. You should just get the footage and just sell it as like some wild art house indie film. Some short, be like, this is just a take on human loneliness. It was
I did make one smart call, though, because there was some other girl that was, like, messaging me. She was a bus driver.
It's like, take a shit. She was like, take a shit in a cup and film it. So you got a bus driver on your case.
And,
so you had a sassy fat black lady on.
Yeah, she didn't look that fat, but we were, like, talking, like, a little bit via text, and then I got a call. She texted me, or no, yeah, she did. She called me, and it was like late. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning or something.
Is that bus driver life?
Yeah, and she was like, "You should come over right now." And I was just like, I was like, I think like we should get coffee first or something. She's like, "No, if you don't come over now, then like we're not gonna meet up ever."
That's how
She should have picked you up, dude.
You're walking down the street, you just see her press the lever, the doors open. You're a bus pull up there. It's her.
No, I think I was gonna get mugged.
Why did you go to the bus driver?
I think I was gonna get mugged.
Then she probably had some dude that was gonna mug me.
Female bus drivers hang out with thugs, dude.
Again, we're assuming that information is
it's
correct.
Like, it basically is like prostitutes, thieves, drug dealers, bus drivers.
Bus drivers is the next tier of like bad members of society. Holy fuck,
That's
dude.
so funny. You almost got raped by a bus driver.
So I was like very pleased in the morning when I woke up.
She probably saw the vid. It was probably viral. And she was like, let me get this motherfucker
I gotta
in
get
my
this
house.
boy. This is a good boy.
Exploit him as well.
And you're a hairless boy, too. That must have been a nice vid.
I mean, dude, the LOL and then sign off is like,
Sign off, yeah.
fuck, that would freak me out.
Because it's just everything that I thought it was,
I mean,
was suddenly not it.
And post-cum, too. So you're
Post-cum.
fully logical.
Hey, you know, I mean, I don't want to put this in your head. Nah, I'm just not going to put that.
What?
Put it
Let
in
me
my
hear it.
head.
The LOL response leads me to believe is a group of young girls who are like, oh my god, LOL, boom, close.
Fine.
Yeah, that's better than any other situation.
It is. Well,
Plus
not
hot
in
kids.
the FBI's eyes, but yeah. Well, that would be unknowingly. You
Yeah,
wouldn't know who
unknowingly.
they were.
Yeah.
And unknowingly, that was an even better nut.
I don't know, Trump.
You nutted in front of a bunch of little kids legally.
You could catch a throwback beat, like a tribute to that one, being like, wow, I can't believe I did that. I don't know, Trump might vacuum you up, though. He's getting all the pedos.
So he's rolling them up.
And that's all I'll say, dude.
Yeah, that's
No
all we're
problems.
saying. We're
No
saying that
problems.
right now. But Trump's rolling up the pedophiles. Promises kept, dude. Shout out Frankson.
Yeah, dude.
So you got hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
You jerked off to a bunch of kids. You get fucked in the ass.
Did not.
It's a tough life. No, not
You're,
yet.
You're just rolling in the deep, dude. You're out here. You're living. You are. You're drifting through.
He's trying.
Now, again though, the loneliness is.
It's brutal.
It leads you to do some
What
real
if
dumb
your
shit.
girlfriend just wanted to like touch your butthole during sex? Would you be like, no?
Only because I'm insecure about it.
You'd be like, would you whisper like, no?
No, I'd be like, get the fuck off me.
If her hand was like near your butt.
She's done that a couple times.
Not yet.
She's done it. She's done it to be like, see, this is what it's like. Because I
that's why
try to
girls-
get after the butthole.
I know.
When I'm deep up in it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fucking
Yeah, you gotta touch it.
It's fun. It gets me
It's
going.
super fun.
Is that right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Touch it. You're not supposed to. So it's like
Yeah. And then
like ringing a doorbell
and then
running
she'll
away.
be like, "See, that's what it's like. Stop doing it." She'll like go for it. And I'm like, "Fucking get off! Don't do that."
And then you're like, no, let me do it. Come on.
And then I'm like, "No, shut up. It's different with you." So you have a talk.
Yeah.
And there's no date on it yet.
No.
But the
DVD.
video you sent me of what you're gonna play a clip at this thing, right?
Yeah, there's gonna be a sketch to start it.
And the
that
sketch is-
Matt's in.
oh.
Shane's
It's gonna
did the
be a blast,
narration.
for
They
sure.
did so good.
Dude, it is
So lucky.
Dude, O'Connor is so you and O'Connor together in
Yeah.
that are so fucking funny.
He's great. McKeever.
Yeah,
You know.
I mean the whole thing. I'm
Yeah.
really excited to see this sketch.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
And the talk, I'm sure will be great. The immigration talk was sick.
Thanks, man.
The fucking what was the other talk?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia was fucking sick. It got me fired up, dude. I was watching that. I was like, goddamn Muslims, goddamn Muslims trying to fucking tread on me.
You know what I was wondering last night? Do you think so? The women Muslims, what's their like heaven prize? Do they become? They like? Just
I used to have a
become
joke
virgins?
about that.
Do they just become virgins?
I said my joke was. 72 virgins. You don't see any like female suicide bombers because heaven would last like 5 seconds. Just one guy after the 72 male virgins.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That sucks. That's hack
hilarious.
now.
It's hack. Yeah.
That's a hack joke now.
Oh, it
So
is.
funny.
Yes.
What? Like 72
That if
virgins?
72 virgins. Well, first off, any joke about 72 virgins is usually hack now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a strange question. to be like,
It's funny because one of my first jokes was also like 72, huh? That's a particular number.
Yeah.
What were they like? I'll do it. Or like, I'm not going to do it. And they're like 70.
Heskey
and the
used to
guy
do
was
it.
like, nah. He's like 72. He's like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah,
I'll do
Heskey
it.
had one like
so
that,
yeah,
too.
there's a bunch of that. But
Gotcha.
you were one of the originators. That's good.
That's actually
you were
funny
ahead
as
of the
fuck.
curve on a hack
well, I
bit.
wonder. Just from like recruiting dudes into heaven, it's like okay, that makes sense. But then like to the girls, they'd be like, "Yeah, you guys are all going to share some dude."
Yeah, well,
That's like not that motivating.
They've been in that religion. If you're following it strict enough to suicide bomb, you're like all in on Sharia law and all that shit. So you're like, women are submissive. Like you are. Your
Yeah,
goal
so
is
you're
to
just like-
serve men.
That makes sense.
So like they're like, yeah,
That's pretty. That must seem nice too. Then you have like 72 helpers. Like
yeah.
help, like,
You only have to fuck once every like 72 days.
that's not
And
bad.
That's a female paradise, dude.
That's
Like, I never have to fuck. Yes.
You can split the chores with 72 other
Oh
women.
man.
You guys are,
I brought this up to Shane. He didn't seem that interested in the idea, but I'll just throw it at you really quick.
was that it?
Though I think what's interesting about Nazis is that there's no like moderate or like reform Nazis. So you couldn't run into a scenario where it's like these aren't true Nazis. This is a perversion of Nazism. That's not our thing.
True that. Like
You know, because then
true
you
Muslim,
attack,
I see
then
what
you
you're saying.
invade Nazis. You're like, all these you're grouping us in with all these Nazis. Those are
Yeah.
perversions of Nazis.
Yeah, we
It
just
was
like the economic things of Nazism or whatever.
Right.
Okay, so it's kind of like people being like, with Marxism, they're being like, well, they're just doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe if somebody believed in National Socialism like that, where they'd be like, yeah, no, it's a good theory. It just, Germany did it wrong.
Yeah, well, I was just relating more to like how tough it is to fight radical jihadism, because they'd be like, this isn't real Islam, this is it.
Yeah, it's strange.
But yeah, with Nazism, they're just like all blanket horrible people, so you can't run that confusion.
Oh, so you're calling Muslims Nazis?
Not even close.
Dude,
I regret it. I'm pulling the chute.
I just feel like you can't even bring up Muslims and Nazis in the same paragraph. Right?
Well, no, okay, here's what I'm saying.
just
Here's
saying-
another very
I
hot
hear what
take
you're
that I'm going to
saying.
regret
I'm
saying.
That's a high wire act. If you got the Muzzies up here, the Nazis, and you're just like, well,
You're
draw
right.
parallels.
There's no reason for me to say that,
Well-
and it's not that interesting, but
you shouldn't have said it.
You could.
whatever.
You're being racist. Go ahead. What were
I'm
you
just saying that the last one that I was saying is that if you'd say the greatest generation is the generation that fought the Nazis, but greatest, it's like no, and again, I love the vets.
You sound like you're about to get impeached.
Well, it's just that you fought Nazis, like the pure evil.
Yeah.
You didn't really have a choice.
Yeah.
So greatest would almost be it's just like, you didn't have to, but you did. But
Yeah.
you're fighting pure the incarnate.
Damn, so you hate Nazis.
Okay,
and-
I regret
hold
it.
on, hold on.
I hear what you're saying.
You hate Nazis and Muslims. You are a true.
Well, you're saying Islamic jihadists. They're just as bad as
What I was saying
You're
is that
such a
there's
Zionist.
you
You are such a classic Zionist.
It's difficult because the ideology of Islam can
Yeah.
be perverted by radicals.
Yes.
And then some people can lump all Muslims in under that thing.
Yes.
But Nazism didn't have that. It was just like
Yeah.
pure. It was just there was no Venn diagram of sort of. It was just like Nazis.
bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Useless comment. There.
Well,
All right.
it's out there.
It's good.
I like it.
Gives the listener something to think about. Is Dr. Steve Gerben as racist as he sounds? As Islamophobic as he... So far, every episode, you've been quite Islamophobic.
That's
think
right.
so?
Very racist.
Yeah. His new talks about like Western thought and progress and how we need to do away with Islam.
What's your
It's
least
just not.
favorite religion?
It's just not. But it is about the first part.
Me?
It's not-
Yeah. What's your least favorite religion?
I really dislike. I mean, Islam for sure, but Islam's a no-brainer. That's clearly the gayest religion.
Stinks, yeah.
But
It's
so does like evangelical Christian, like
That's-
Southern Christian, like Methodist. I forget which one it is. The evangelical shit where it's like
I know what you're talking about.
creationists
Mega churches and shit.
like where they're like the Earth is 2,000 years old, like that
Yeah.
type 5,000 years old or whatever. That shit's really
Yeah.
like shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I can see
And the
that.
Westboro Baptists, like along those lines. I mean, Westboro Baptist is a
Yeah, it almost
small
doesn't
sect,
count, yeah.
but that like serious because then that gives Catholics even a worse name. I mean,
Because of the
we're out
Westboros.
fucking kids, but then also we get lumped into like
War, yeah.
Christianity,
Yeah.
you know. And I hate when people just lump all the bad apples of one religion into the whole thing, the way Steve does with Islam.
Well, it was interesting that Shane brings up because in conversation with you, I got to parse out that difference between Catholicism and Christianity that I didn't really understand as much.
Yeah.
And it is true because I would always have thought Catholicism would have been the far more conservative of the two, but it almost doesn't seem that way insofar
Not at
as
all.
they're more like they're more willing to change.
Yeah. Like you see the Pope recently was he said he's like God made you that way to gay
Yeah, to the
people.
gay people, yeah.
I don't like that.
It pissed Alex Jones off.
Did it? Well, Alex Jones is one of those.
Do you know his
he's
fucking
a
take
Christian,
on it, though?
Like what?
He was being like, "You made him that way. You touched him. You goddamn pedophile."
Yeah, he hates Catholics, and that's another thing. A lot of racists in this country hate Catholics.
Interesting.
That's insane. I've never heard that.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the Klan.
I'd love to see him get me, dude. Fucking white belt, bro. They're gonna come up to me.
You would roll on them.
You kidding
They'd
me,
be
dude?
tapping in
I'd
seconds.
tap the Klan out hard, dude. Heard you guys don't like Catholics.
What'd
They're
you
like,
say
we don't really
about-
care about Catholics. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, well, we don't care about Catholics anymore, but
Well,
that's in
yeah.
there. That's in great. That's an old
That was
part.
yeah.
of
When
there.
they're all like old Southern Protestants, they're probably like, and them Catholics too.
Yeah, back when Catholics were
Back when
immigrated.
Back when Dairy Queen's family.
yeah Dairy Queen. God,
AU talking
damn,
head.
dude. All right, I do want to say this because Steve, you're an intelligent racist, but but so this fucking video game, this World War II
yeah.
video game that came out, the trailer they released for it. So it's Battlefield 5, and the trailer they released for it is like this British lady in the middle of World War II fighting, and she like gets shot and runs around. And she's got a prosthetic arm, and she's like,
She's a robo arm.
it's just a chick. And then like the cover art for the fucking, it's a World War II game.
But
And it's
it's
like,
a
here's
robot
a chick.
arm?
Well,
it's a woman-
I'm not as hung up on the arm as much as I am some fucking broad in the middle of a fucking firefight. It's
Yeah.
just like,
Sure.
what? But then Dairy Queen, this guy who,
He's a liberal listener.
he's a liberal, he's an edgy liberal. He's a real edgy liberal.
Yeah.
Like he's not afraid to toss around some anti-PC slurs, dude.
Okay.
But he's edgy as fuck for a liberal. But he in this fucking gamer thread, because he's heard me on here complain about it. There's this thread on the main board about E3, which is a video game convention, and he's like, somebody said something about like, it's amazing that people are complaining that there's female characters in this game. And then he was like, he's like, this guy has fucking meltdowns over this all the time, talking about me. And like, I started to comment back on it, and I was like, I'm not gonna fall into this trap. But then this other guy was like, yeah, it's not about social justice warriors. It's about the bottom line. It's like they're just trying to make money because females are gamers too. and they want to be represented in the game. And then I looked it up, and the stats are like gamers, 48% of gamers are female. But the study was counting like Candy Crush and like that as gaming.
Yeah,
It's
like
just it was just
Bejeweled and shit.
it was just a weird.
Sure.
And also, I'm losing what the fuck I'm trying to talk about here because it does fucking annoy me, and I don't want to come off as.
Well, they skewed the snap. They skewed the stats.
Yeah, to make it be like, see, women love video games too.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, they don't.
Yeah,
why?
Candy Crush
Why
doesn't
are
count.
we pretending that they do?
Yeah.
I don't get it. But then, anyway, there shouldn't be girls in World War II games.
Right.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's.
What say something about it, Steve?
Well,
Something smart, dude.
What if I told you that the women?
I'm
were
more hung up
Muslim?
about the robot arm. I don't
what I'm
understand.
saying.
Well, the
if it's-
robot arm's ridiculous.
I said to Shane they had to give her a robot.
Was
arm.
she now? The only
Now
question I
it's
would
like a
ask:
fantasy aspect.
was there some sort of brigade of women, British women, that fought, and then would that
No.
make it okay? Then
and to get out of the even the it's not even necessarily that it's a woman. It's like, remember when you played the Call of Duties, and it turned into like weird zombie apocalypse shit.
Yeah, I know,
That pissed
yeah.
me off. That was like, yeah, this sucks.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like when you're shooting, I'm like, I don't want to shoot robots the whole time. So it's not even like it's a girl. It's like it's just weird.
Yeah, it's just preference. Like I wanted to play a realistic World War II video game, not.
You don't want a girl. with a
I don't
robot
want a
arm.
pretend world.
Yeah.
I want it to be. But then again, I mean, there's holes all over this thing. It's
Well, it's
it's a video game, and it's like
Yeah.
I didn't
But-
have a problem with Nazi zombies, so it's weird to be like there were no women on the front lines. But yeah. Anyway, let's go back to weird shit you do.
no, yeah, it's a tough one.
So
I mean,
me addressing the haters, dude.
yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know how.
You don't like it. You don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
thank
fine.
you. Thank
it doesn't
you.
make you a
Thank guys.
sexist for wanting
For
it
being
to
a
be
fucking
historically accurate.
purist, bro. I'm a fucking purist.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's fine.
You're exactly right, Steven. It is fine.
What's that guy? You should stop making fun of you, man.
I wish that guy would stop online bullying me too.
Yeah.
He should listen to our first lady, our gorgeous first lady.
Is she on bullying right now?
I think she was anti-bullying, which
Nice.
is funny because Trump Daddy is the ultimate.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah,
dude,
we're back to Trump, dude.
I
Get
know.
it going.
I'm getting away from it, dude. I won't talk about it.
Steve, you love Trudeau.
I don't know enough about him, but I'm not a.
He would peg.
He would.
He would definitely peg.
I just know that he addressed like Women's Day at a place that had segregated women because it was like they were Muslim women, so they had to be segregated from the men. He was like upholding how great women's achievement was.
Really?
Gigantic irony of trying to be multicultural.
Oh, I got you. That's hilarious. So he gave a speech to like a Muslim brigade.
About celebrating
Brigade.
women, where the women were segregated.
That's hilarious. What was he wearing? He's known to don like. their
Oh,
traditional
I don't
garb.
know. I don't know.
He probably went to like a bunch of Pakistanis. Was like, "Namaste, everybody.
Yeah.
Women rule."
It's like, what interactions have people had in their lives where they don't get positive feedback from being honest with people? If you like with your neighbors or anything
Yeah.
like that, like if you're just honest, you don't have to be mean, but you can be honest. And it's like, why? What the fuck? He clearly does not think that segregating women is a good idea. Why can't you just say, I don't think this is a good idea.
Yeah.
This is just not
He
alright.
wouldn't say it there.
No, of course not. He was like celebrating our differences and women and da-da-da.
That's weird. That sucks for him.
You know, you. I like the way you did that.
So why do you do it on Women's Day though? Just to be like, "What's up, Muslims? We're all celebrating Women's Day. It's cool that you guys don't really do that kind of stuff.
I don't
I love
know.
you guys too, though."
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, guys, you guys are
That's
over.
weird.
You guys are coming at this.
Do I have
from-
that? Do I have that right? He went and said like, "It's Women's Day," but I also get that you guys kind of like drop kick your wives.
Hey, hey, no.
That's totally
See,
cool.
this is
because
this is.
you're from a different country. Is that what he was doing to an effect?
It seemed. I mean, it's certainly.
Wait,
not,
where did he give the speech?
I'll have to look it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, start this over. So he was speaking to
Should we
Muslim
pause
people?
it and look
No,
it
no,
up?
No. Who cares if we're
Yeah,
right?
guess what the facts, dude.
Yeah.
What was it? Speaking about women's equality
At
at a mosque
Oh,
that
okay.
was segregating women.
Oh, because they got to sit in the back kind
Right.
of thing. They got to sit in the back of the mosque.
Yes.
nice.
And he was like, women are cool too. And they're like,
Allah.
like, move out of the way.
Anyway, that's the extent to which I know of him. He
Heard
does
that.
seem like a nice person, though.
Trudeau.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, he seems like a great guy.
Yeah, right. Dude, if I saw him, I'd kick him right
You
over.
would fucking tap him.
I'm about Howie right now.
How are you?
Howie's this guy. He's from Philly. And he's following Joe Biden around at speaking engagements and be like, why don't you tell him about that time you touched those little girls, Joe? He's done it already once. He got kicked out. Then he got front row seats. And he like, yeah, I got a question. He's cameraing the whole time. He goes, how about that time you touched those girls in the swearing in ceremony? What's up? You want to talk about that? And dude, everyone's like, oh, get the fuck out of here. Everyone's yelling at him, dude. He's like, oh, why are you yelling at me? Dude, the video is so funny.
Man.
He's like, yeah, he did it. And then he's like, don't you hear him like, don't fucking touch me, dude.
You think Joe Biden's touching kids?
I've watched the videos. He is weird with kids, dude. Where like if you're like, dude, all this weekend I had my my girlfriend's like nieces. They're like 4 and 5. They're on my lap. You know, you're playing with them and shit. And dude,
You're grabbing some tits.
you know how to touch a kid. No, you're not. You're not. You know, you're like, I'm like, it was actually funny. I was talking to this like, I think she was like 5, and she was sitting on my lap. She was talking to me. She pointed to my girlfriend. She was like, is that your mommy? And I was like, yeah, that's my mommy. She's like, your mommy's black? And I was like, yeah, I got a black mommy. She goes, I have a black mommy too. And I was like, nice. And we were just on the side. No one heard what we were talking about. But then you see Joe Biden. Sorry, this is really funny. You see Joe Biden and he'll like grab like a 7-year-old girl's hair and start like caressing around her ears and like put his face in his hair and smell it. And it's like, I definitely wasn't doing that. If I had done that, people would be like, Matt, like, that's enough. Like,
Yeah.
Thanks for the, like, don't let Matt around your kids. He exhibits behavior that's like, where he'll like put his arm, taking a picture, his hand will be like on a girl's chest, like
On a
7-year-old
young
girl,
girl's.
but and it's like, you don't touch a 7-year-old girl on her chest, dude. It's like, it's weird for sure.
Yeah.
And the videos are out there too. They're not anywhere. But this guy confronted him about it, and like, dude, you hear him turn around, like, get the fuck, don't touch me, dude. Don't fucking touch me. Tell him to explain it. I don't know why you're mad at me, dude. It's so funny. Yeah, shout out to Howie.
Little kids, though, it is uncomfortable to be around.
Yeah.
I was walking the Fin Man, and I was at the park by my parents' house, and this little girl came up and was like, can I pet your dog? And I'm just some weird dude
How old were you?
in the park. This just happened this week.
I mean, I'm sorry. How old was she?
9?
Yeah.
Like I'm like by myself with a dog in the park wearing like gym shorts and a Ramones t-shirt, like walking around looking like me. I'm like,
yeah, I'm cool.
I'm like, beat it, kid, get the fuck out of here.
2 to like 6 or 7, I'm like, you know, you play with them, whatever. Once a girl hits like 9, I'm kind of like, dude.
Yeah, once they're hot.
Go get your fucking parents.
Once they get hot.
Even like 12, yeah. It's
That's
like,
when they're real hot.
it's
That's when
just
you
like,
got to be like, get
don't-
out of here. Get out of here.
Get a fucking adult around here, please. I just don't want to, like, if I was like, saw some dude in the field talking to my 9-year-old daughter.
I know. That's the thing. I was,
dude.
I mean, obviously she was just petting the dog.
Of course.
There was
No,
nothing.
it's totally innocent.
But in my head, while I was like, hey, yeah, his name's Finn. She's like, what kind of dog is it? I'm like, the whole time I was talking to her in my head, I was like, you gotta get the fuck out of here, dude. This looks horrible. This looks like the beginning of a fucking CSI. She's like, what kind of dog is it? I'm like, you want to take him home with me? You want to walk back to my parents' basement?
I will say I enjoyed hanging out with, it was like a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old.
You had
Spent a
fun
lot
hanging
of
out
time with
with
them. They're so fucking funny.
They are hilarious.
Jesus Christ, they're so funny. I gave her a glass of water and put it in like a plastic wine cup because that was like the only one I had clean. And she was like, she's like, this is what my mommy drinks out of. I was like, yeah. Everyone starts laughing at her. And then like I'm like, here, drink it. She's like, I can't drink out of this glass. And I'm like, it's just water, dude. It was so funny. She's like, no, this is my mommy. Dude, I was dying.
That's great.
Just even the fact that they like run up to you, you throw one up in the air, the other one's like, oh, I want to do that, and they keep doing it back and forth.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's like I'm just like watching how much fun they're having, and to me, I'm like, this is insane. It's so much fun right now.
Yes.
Best is throwing them around in the pool.
Oh my dude,
Tossing kids around.
I
dude.
love tossing a
It's
kid.
the best
in the pool,
thing in the
dude.
world.
That's great.
It
fun.
is.
You like it?
Yeah, because I'd be going out every Sunday with my niece and nephew.
Oh, I saw that video you posted.
Yeah, and but with Jake now, he's a 3, but he's very comfortable around me. So like when we're in the pool, he's like, I want to go under. So he let me be the first one to take him under.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was so cool. And then, but now like I'm just throwing him.
Yeah,
You know, and it's just like he's still in his splashies, but he's poof, and then he
it's amazing watching how much fun they have with shit. Just like sitting somewhere and talking. They're like completely when they go into their like babble. The 5-year-old is talking to me.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh wow, cool, Dude, she's talking to me for like 4. Her mom was just like, here, please take her.
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Because that shit gets old.
Non-stop.
That
dribble,
mom was
dude.
happy to be like, all right.
They would look over every now and again and laugh and see her like, and I haven't. She told me about her dog like 50 times. My dog is white and black. And
That's like me
great.
with Finn, dude. I keep looking over there and be like, look at him. Look at how cute
It's
that
true
guy
for
is.
the listener. The Finn brings Shane an enormous amount of joy.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
It's not weird. It's great.
I love animals.
Yeah.
It's your father
I got-
reflexes, dude. They're kicking in right now.
I'm
It's like how
like-
if a duck's born and doesn't see an adult, it just or like an adult duck, it latches. You're just imprinting on him.
Yeah.
Happens to me with my 2 dogs, dude.
Yeah.
I come in, tuck them in at night. I'm like, good night, guys.
You're good boys.
You guys are good dogs. Trying real hard here.
Oh, man. No, I was watching Sopranos with Chris, and he always makes fun of me for being like Tony when it comes to like being a dickhead to everyone. But then like I see an animal, and I'm like, look at that guy. I love
Ducks,
that
dude.
dog.
That's hilarious. I love that when the therapist keeps bringing up the ducks. He's like, stop talking about the
Don't
fucking
talk about
ducks.
my fucking ducks. Oh, man. So I do want to keep this going because I don't know when we're going to record. What are we at time-wise here? We're like an hour and a half.
1:50.
Hour and 50. Oh, yeah. I
we
forgot.
could always trim the beginning when I was talking boringly about.
No way.
No,
Right.
that wasn't you being boring. That was me being insecure.
It's Shane being neurotic.
That was me being unhappy with things. Do you want to end it or take a break?
Take a break. And
Let's take a break
we'll
and
steer
we'll
home.
decide, yeah.
We back.
We're back.
Be back live, dude.
Yes.
Yo, so I've been reading this book, this audio book all week. And it's all about this like doctor who got really into like mushrooms and doing like mushroom and LSD research.
Michael Pollan.
Fuck, I forget his name. There's a couple of them, but I think that might be his name. It's called Changing Your Mind.
Yep.
This book, dude. I want to do mushrooms so bad right now. So I'm
Really?
a total mushroom head right now. Dude, the way they describe this shit is like they have centers where you go in. This is what they're trying to legalize. So they'll have a place where like you're with a doctor, they got all your vitals and everything taken care of. So you're not, you're like total medical hands. And then you're sitting there with a therapist. And then they give you like 7 grams of mushrooms or whatever. I think it's 5. But it's like a total like synthetic, so you don't get like sick or anything. They give it to you and they just guide you through like a mystical experience. And it's like I want to do this. It was like to the point where I was like, find me a fucking space. I'm gonna open up one of these places, dude. But then I was like, I was like explaining to someone how I want to set it up, and they're like, yeah, you just need an apartment, dude. You can just do this in an apartment.
Yeah. I don't think you need a legal location because it's not legal.
Yeah, it would just be. I was like telling them like set up in like a warehouse. You can like sit in it, and there'll be a couch, and it'll be like a TV. And they're like, yeah, dude, you mean like an apartment, and people can just do mushrooms by themselves without you there. And I was like, yeah, I want to be there though. But yeah, so in my head, I'm like, dude, I want mushrooms so bad. I want to do. If I could sign up for one of those studies, I would in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
That's like my only concern is like, are these, if I'm the guy's like, yo, dude, you're reading fine, you're healthy. Some psychiatrist is like, yo, bro, let's talk about this. You're totally cool. Someone to talk me down, dude.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be a fucking blast.
That would. I
need that to become legal.
That would make.
I do it like twice a year.
That would make me like weed so much more.
What?
If I had like somebody there to be like, you're great, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just be like, yo, dude, you got the heart on monitor. You're totally
Everything's
cool.
great.
You're not breathing weird. We got the charts of your breathing. It's not weird. Here's some dude.
I'd still be like, I know it's weird. Your machines are wrong.
Let me out of this facility.
What you're doing is wrong. I am a human being.
I want, dude. Yes, that's been. I've been mushroom crazy all week, dude.
Really?
I listened to that Joe Rogan with Paul Stamets.
I'll fucking mush out with you.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I want to get a little.
I'll mush out with you.
I want to get.
What are you
go
doing
to the-
Thursday? Trying to mush?
I should mush out. I gotta
I'll
find.
mush with you.
I gotta find mushes,
My girlfriend will be pissed when she hears this. She'll be like,
Are you doing drugs?
dude. Mushrooms aren't. Tell. She
I
said
did.
that to Paul
You know what?
Stamets.
Fuck it. I'm gonna come clean.
She said that to Paul Stamets.
I took some mushrooms.
Little chocolate balls.
That chocolate. Matt had this concoction that was like, what was it? It was like wheat oil and mushrooms.
Yeah.
I had a few cocktails, and me and Beezer were like, let's try one of these. Let's split this thing. So I've never done shrooms, really. I've never done shrooms. So
Yeah.
like I was sitting there, and I was like, this just feels like weed at first because there was weed in it.
Yeah.
And then slowly I started, like, I could feel it.
Yeah.
It was like, I've never done shrooms, so it was like a full-on, I was like, whoa.
It's a weird experience.
I ended up just watching Dan Soder do Macho Man impressions for like 3 hours. And I was fully like, this is the best thing ever. This is the best impersonation I've ever seen. Watch Dan Soder do Macho Man.
You showed me. It's unbelievable.
It's so, and he does ISIS Macho Man. He's like,
God.
letting the Jew pig run your country, not gonna happen anymore. Oh yeah, he's like, we're gonna rain down on you. The
so
swords
funny.
of justice, bend to the top, met Allah. Dude, it's so. I'm not even close.
He hit those like yeah.
Yeah, and he's got the hands, dude. He's like, been to the top, met Allah, came back down. Dude, it's unreal.
You
how
gotta
good
put
it
a
is.
link to it, dude. It's
And I was
fucking funny.
on shrooms for the first time. I was like, oh my god, this is incredible.
This is it.
And then we started watching Macho Man highlights, and I was on mushrooms. And it was the fun, dude. Seeing your kid. Imagine being a dad. And you come in and your little boy's watching TV and it's just some yoked out, coked up steroid dude on the screen that's like, oh you Hulk Hogan, you think you're tough? Oh yeah, well let me tell you something. It's just like you walk into a room, your kid's sitting Indian style in front of that. You're like, what the fuck are you? What is this? When the WWF was new.
Oh,
And
it
like
must have been crazy.
And fucking Ultimate Warrior was coming on the TV, just like screaming crazy shit at your kid.
I mean, in Mexico, it hit quick, dude.
Mexico,
they all slid their silver luchador masks on and jumped right on board.
Mexico was prime.
Mexico loves professional wrestling, dude. It's crazy.
Were you guys the ones that brought up?
They slipped all those masks over their head, dude. It's over.
Dude, is it? Well, if you're white trash, you're in. You're all in on also black people.
They'd be like,
There's a lot of
love, you're
fucking
right.
black wrestling fans, which
You're right.
I remember when I was a kid. I went on my friend's birthday party. We went to WWF.
Yeah.
Which was fucking sick. And I remember because for some reason I didn't think black people liked wrestling. I never even thought about it. And there was a bunch of black dudes behind me that were just yelling. And this is like 4th grade, and I'll never forget what they were yelling. They're like, smack them with your tits, China. They were talking to China. And I just remember black dudes behind me be like, take your titties out. I was like, hell yeah.
That's such a funny, formative experience.
Yeah.
She had a sex video too.
Night in
And
China.
then she's dead.
Yes.
She died.
Yeah.
How'd she die?
She went out the same way Bourdain did. She was like, I've accomplished.
killed herself?
She was like, I've accomplished everything, and she went out
Trying to
happy.
kill herself?
She killed herself in a happy.
Went out happy.
She went out happy.
God, that's how this whole thing started.
Were you guys the ones that sent this link or not? But there was, I think it was like Booker T was a wrestler, and he
dude,
dropped the N
He
word.
drops the N word, and it's the funniest thing.
Have you seen it?
Booker T's not. He's white though.
He's black. Booker T's black as fuck.
How do you mean he dropped the N word?
Well, he said the N word on TV, which he called Hulk Hogan the N word. I'm gonna say it, dude. I'm gonna say it. I don't care. He's like, after Lex Luthor, we want the gold, sucker. He's like, Hulk Hogan, we're coming for you, nigga. Oh. Right when he says it, he's like, oh. He puts his hand over his face. He's like, God damn it. You need to watch it because his partner is Stevie Ray. His Harlem Heat was his partner. It's this huge. This guy's got to be like 6'8", 6'9", dude. This guy's gigantic. He does not flinch at all, dude. When Booker T says the N word, Stevie Ray's just like, hell yeah, fuck yeah, dude. We are here to fuck shit off, dude. But yeah, you need to watch Booker T's reaction. As soon as he said, he's like, "We're coming for you," and then he's like, "God damn it!" One more wrestling thing, because when they introduced the Shockmaster, I've showed you that, right?
No.
Oh,
the
God.
Shockmaster.
The
Yes,
Shockmaster
yes.
is the funniest fucking thing you will ever see, dude. This is so Google or you go to YouTube and type in Shockmaster.
Yeah.
And the introduction of this guy is like wrestling because the acting is so funny. It's a bunch of roided out dudes that are like, "We're gonna fuck you up," and the other guy's like, "Well, we got a secret partner, and he's gonna shock the world." None other than the Shockmaster. and then, like, this guy's supposed to come out of a wall, and he just falls. He just falls into the room. And his mask was a bedazzled stormtrooper mask. He's this big, giant, fat guy. And when he falls out, his mask falls off. He's got to like scramble to pick it up and put it back on.
Who the fuck thinks of wrestling characters, dude?
Oh my god!
It must have been so fucking funny to think of him now, like on a recliner with a beer, being like, "I had it. I was all there."
He was, according to this thing I watched about it, he was set to be like the next big character.
Oh,
but then his intro when he tripped, everyone was like, what a loser! Shockmaster's a fucking loser.
Imagine the bitterness of that.
Oh fuck!
You didn't create any wrestlers? I was Dice Man.
No,
What's this?
Well, I was saying
Dyson, what are you talking about?
we created wrestlers.
When did you create
we take the pillows off the couch.
Yeah, and you have
create a
wrestling
ring.
matches? Yeah, of course.
And then, so my character was Dice Man. And I had like the dice that you would hang over your windshield wiper or your rearview mirror. And that was like my special thing that I'd throw around your ankle.
I'm thinking about the Shockmaster dude at home living with his wife.
Yeah, dude.
His wife's talking shit. He's in the recliner. Eventually, he just gets up and does a full running clothesline. Dude. I could have hit someone.
Oh fuck, dude! But yeah,
Oh,
mushrooms, and also I'm gonna let that Dice Man slide. I'm gonna let you off the hook on that corny shit.
You're a little kid. You're having fun. Me and my cousins used to make stuffed animals have sex in the basement. Like, but we'd like, I'd be like,
Wait, what'd you do?
we would go down the basement and play with toys. We were like little. It was I literally remember when I was kind of a little too old for toys.
Yes.
I kind of still play with them for a little bit.
Yeah, but once you start making them fuck, you're too old. You're too old for toys. I got out of there just in time.
That's a good rule of thumb because I think we stopped playing with toys after. We had a bunch of stuffed animals down in the basement. I remember we were like, it was like a bunny and like some other like a stuffed giraffe, and like it was my sister's Beanie Babies.
Right.
And
I knew it was gonna be Beanie Babies.
I was making my sister's Beanie Babies fuck down my basement. And my two cousins were watching. We were all taking turns making them fuck. And my dad came in. I was like, "What are you doing with all these Beanie Babies?" And we were just like, and all we were just playing with Beanie Babies.
I'll have one more story then before we go because.
No, we're good.
Speaking of that, so my cousin we tried to these stuff we had. There's no easy way to say this.
You guys had sex when you wrestled?
No, but there was these stuffed kangaroos that was like my elementary school, and it was like Save the Kangaroos. So we bought the.
Wait, Save the Kangaroos?
It was one of those things where it was like.
There's too many kangaroos.
I don't know what it was. For whatever
foundation.
reason, it was like donate money, you get this stuffed kangaroo.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And that was like, my brother and I each had one when we were like little for a while.
It's a good charity scam, dude.
Yeah.
Just be like, save the squirrels, but do it in India.
Yeah. So then later, like when my cousin and I were coming of age, like we figured that you could fuck the pocket of the kangaroo.
I mean, you could fuck the pocket.
Yeah. To see what like a vagina would.
So you fucked the stuff. I knew you fucked the stuffed animal. Did I not say that? I called it right away. I was like, you fucked the stuffed animal.
And at one point, his mom like knocked on the door, and then
He's digging a kangaroo pouch.
he answers the door, and he clearly something's up. And she's like, what's going on? And he's like, nothing. And she just started, and then my mom later pulled me aside. She's like, did Ted, that was his dad, he's like, did he give Joey a Playboy because something's going on? It's like she just thought that it was a porn night. Right. No, we were just taking turns fucking a kangaroo.
Wait, you guys were running a train on it? You guys were fucking it? Together? You guys were both fucking it?
No, I mean, we had separates, but...
So you guys both had kangaroo?
You guys both had your kangaroo wives.
So they opened the door and his mom knew instinctively.
No.
She's weird sex shit.
It was weird going on.
The door was locked.
I'm sure she knew just by...
the door was locked.
Yeah, so he had to answer it, but he answered in such a way.
Yeah, clearly there was some fucking...
I mean, imagine...
And I'm like under the covers.
Did you tell your kangaroo to be quiet? You're like, shh, someone's coming.
What time of the day was this? It was like 3 in the afternoon. You guys were laying in bed.
Yeah, it was like daylight. And then I remember
when she knocked on the door, she was like, "What's going on there?" Was he like, "Good day"? I mean, nothing.
And then I know my friend at the time, this kid Ben. I kept like he slept over, and I was like trying to convince him to do it, and he was like, "That's so fucking gross." And then he
gave it a shot.
What's that?
Did you peer pressure him into it?
No. He had like the hardest I ever heard him laugh because I was like it's it was like I don't know how it happened. I had it on my dick.
You let it ride
You were
out.
demonstrating him.
Yeah, but
So
I'm
you
under the
fucking-
covers.
But if you fucking kangaroo
and then he pulled the
pouch,
covers off.
Oh, you had kangaroo dick. So you have the kangaroo
you're
upside down.
so-
When you're fucking a kangaroo's pouch, you're holding it upside down.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
just
that's right.
skull fucking this thing.
That's right.
Like, did you like only let it ride out, or did you ever get on top of it? How'd you work it? Did you
Well,
ever hit it from behind?
I think all I can remember is like on top.
Kang on top.
Yeah.
Dude, get that Kang up there. Let it bounce, dude. Let it do what it does. Let it bounce.
That is so fucking funny.
Wow, dude. So your friend ripped the covers off while you were fucking the Roo?
Yeah, just like laughed at me. And I was like, Ben, put it
Jesus
It's
fucking
like how
Christ.
sensible he was at the time.
I
He's
know,
like,
good
"No."
for him.
Yeah.
Don't fuck that stuffed animal, dude. Get the
He's like,
fucking
dude, you're
covers
weird.
off.
Yeah. I'm like, no, it's like a pussy. And
I
it's
mean,
like,
that could be taken as like almost like an instinctive intervention from like a childhood. Be like, dude, don't fuck stuffed animals, man.
Yeah. Something in his DNA was like, it's not good to fuck things.
That's so
Yeah.
fucking funny.
Anyway.
That's hilarious.
Oh, man. I think we should wrap it
Yeah,
up on
yeah,
that.
let's
We're
do
not
it,
going to
dude.
beat the kangaroo.
Nah, dude. Show the kangaroo ride.
Yeah. I have this Friday, I'll be at Lancaster, PA, at 551 West in Lancaster,
Nice.
PA. Friday night. Come to that. Other than that, I got nothing.
Nice. Same here. I'm just chilling. Steve,
Chilling.
go to Steve's
Steve
talk
Gerben,
too.
dude.
When we get the day to the talk, dude.
Holy fuck, we're gonna have you on again before the talk because you are a fucking train
Treasure
wreck.
chest, dude.
I was gonna say train wreck, but treasure chest also.
Wow.
it's a pleasure.
You did
the
all the
best,
heavy, you
dude.
did
So
all the heavy
funny.
lifting.
You're the best, man.
I'm
Yeah.
it's like I said, it's always disappointing if I'm on because I always look forward to that, reloading in the podcast thing. I'm like,
Oh, you're but
because especially the work that I do, I know you gotta go, but it's like with trademarking, it's just
Oh, I'm
like,
not in a rush.
it's nice to like have something to listen to that you want to hear.
Nah, you're gonna want to listen to this again.
yeah, I love hearing myself
Yeah.
on other people's podcasts.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
one,
yeah.
I'm every other week on this. Sometimes I'll go back and listen to it. Sometimes I'm
Yeah,
just
I didn't
like,
listen to last week's.
Me either.
I get anxiety sometimes with ours.
I don't care.
I don't listen to me on shit that I think I sounded like a pretentious douche.
Well, I made a vow today to myself that I'm just totally going to stop trying to
I
explain.
know. As soon
anything to
as I hear
politics.
myself talking about anything serious, I'm just like, shut
See,
the fuck up.
when I listen to myself talking politics, I'm just like, great points, Matt. Great
Dude,
points. And I don't really care.
I'm gonna dread listening to the part where I was like, women in video games. Like that
See,
will bother me.
dude,
That'll bother
See,
me.
I know that, but I just want to push back on that slightly
Good.
because you the way in which you kind of feather that is really good, I think, and it's important to have a voice like that where it's just like, it's not like an all-in scenario. It's like I'm working through this idea, and the price you have to pay for it is feeling insecure about it, but that's what I like hearing you talk about things.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Because also, now I'm back onto it. I'm reliving me getting online shamed this past week. They were like, what's it like? They were saying I was threatened by women, which is why I didn't want.
That's the best part.
It's like, dude, I'm not threatened by. There's plenty of female video games.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. I'm not out here like Tomb Raider. That should be a fucking guy, dude. Lara
Yeah, or
Croft.
you're not like you don't see like that when you told me that yesterday. It's like I've never like seen a girl and been like, oh god, I gotta.
I'm
stop.
threatened,
Like,
dude.
if I've been in a
She's coming to
workplace-
take all my power.
Exactly,
All the power
dude.
that I have.
It's crazy. That's
Yeah.
insane to me.
Yeah.
And it's also like if they're the zombies that you don't like in the video game, you're not upset that there are female zombies.
No.
You're just upset about the zombies.
Yeah, but see, here's another thing. The zombie thing is a separate mode than the fucking game.
It's like a
And
bonus
that's-
game.
So it's like, here's the science fiction version of World War II,
Right.
which is where the fucking women should be.
Right.
It's like, hey, here's pure fiction about World War II.
Right.
But then again, you can punch holes in this all the time because then it's like you're a World War II character, you run around, you kill 900 fucking people.
Oh,
It's like, all right, well, that's ridiculous. But,
still.
yeah, let's...
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you gotta, dude. I'm telling you, I told Shane this yesterday. I'm a big present moment guy, dude. I'm all mindfulness now. So like,
Yeah.
I stay in the present moment.
You are.
Whatever I
Steve,
just said,
put those hemorrhoids back down.
whatever I just said 10 minutes ago is gone.
Is gone.
What I'm about to do in the
On to the
future,
next.
don't even think about it.
On to the next.
I'm straight up. I've been in my Zen bag.
Well, yeah, I mean, I aspire to get there,
I
but
was
I'm
telling Shane
stuck
that.
in the
I was telling Shane if I even catch
Pass.
myself mentally kind of inhabiting like the future, or even mostly the future. I don't really dwell on the past. But I'm more of like a future head where I'll start being like, and then this is going to happen, and I'm going to do this, and then, and I just go, literally, I just call for myself. I'm just like, Matt, come back. And I just sit back and I'm just like,
oh, I love that.
dude, and I just come back
What
to
do you
center.
mean you love that?
I just
Don't
come
fucking
back,
support
man.
this. Don't support this weird.
I just come back to center, dude, and I'm just like this, and I'm like, all right, I'm just sitting in a chair right now. Everything's totally cool. I have all my food I need. I'm warm. Totally fine. I'm like, that has been nice for me.
Well, my thing, the reason I love it is because I will find myself doing that again, where I'm like I'll just like lay on my bed, and then I'm lost in thought about either like what could be, or you know, blah blah blah, and it's just like, Steve, knock it off, get up, and go edit.
Yeah.
Or you're either gonna do push-ups, or you're gonna go edit, or you're gonna do this. It's like, stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
How about if we have time here and you're comfortable with it, could you tell us what happened to your abs?
Why? What?
Remember that date you were on?
Yeah. What date?
Remember that girl who was like, she liked abs?
Yeah. Oh, but it turned out to be an actual issue, I think.
Well, no, but I think the story, and then you guys aren't together anymore.
No,
right?
no.
All right.
Well, she said she liked abs, and I did so many sit-ups that I like hurt my stomach.
She said she liked abs, so Steve went home and did ab work for like
abs,
2
dude.
weeks straight of nonstop ab work.
How's
And then,
your abs are looking good though?
Yes.
and then they went out to
Yes.
dinner, and he had like stomach cramps. He couldn't eat, so she broke up with him.
Well, wait, yes. But I had stomach cramps, but then I assumed it was like other things, so that I had a massive panic attack.
Makes
and then I was
sense.
like, I can't talk right now. You have to do the talking. It's too loud.
Oh, that's a missing part of the element. So you were there, like you were just kind of bugging out quietly in front of this girl.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't let your bitch see you be weak like that.
So you're
That's what I'm saying. You're right.
Yeah,
That
or you're doing a lot
soon-
of these, like where you touch your chest and you're like, just like looking at her, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And you're
Precisely.
You're like, I'm fine.
No, I did tell her. I was like, I feel like I can't breathe, so I'm gonna need you to do most of the talking. And then I complained about the noise, and then I went turned. I literally like unzipped my face and became
you
Larry
show your
David,
eyes?
and I was like, it's too loud. Who actually enjoys this? I have to scream at you? That's fucking crazy.
Dude,
Damn.
you should have flexed your abs and been like,
Yeah.
check these
I
out.
just love the storyline of you.
It is great.
Like with a chick, and she's like, I like abs. And you like her
Be
enough
right
that
back.
you like work
Yeah.
hard, and then you go to dinner and you're like, my stomach's cramping, and she's like, you're a piece of shit, I'm leaving you. Did you guys hook up at all?
We did that night, but
What happened when you guys hooked up?
she was on her period.
Nice.
So what happened? So what did you guys do?
We made out.
And anything else?
Yeah, it was a lot of bumping and grinding.
Was anybody in their underpants?
Well, she was,
What was she doing?
Oh,
doing
I'm getting
things. What?
hard. Sorry, I'm getting
Yeah.
hard.
So
Oh,
she-
sorry.
not your problem,
I'll
it's
stop being so
She
gay.
was, no.
Dude, it's
what
fucking
what
getting
happened?
hard, dude.
So she's in her underpants.
She was in her underpants?
Yes.
What kind of? I'm not
And so anyway,
Yeah,
but
true. What kind of underpants?
they were like flannel.
dude, man.
But anyway,
Lumberjack.
so but there was a lot, like she was doing some good stuff. Like she was working herself back,
Yeah.
and that was really
And
nice.
Did
But
you
then,
did you have an erection?
of course, yes.
Did you
Was she
chrome?
touching it?
No, she wasn't. So then I just started beating off.
So you just started jerking
What?
off?
yeah.
So you
Wait.
Louis her.
Yeah, well, no. That's a reasonable thing, because she
Hold
said,
up.
because she goes, oh, you're just jerking off? I was like, yes, it's a reasonable thing to do right now. I'm just like, I'm
No, you.
sucking her tits, jerking off a little bit. That's not like I
You were
was,
sucking her tits and jerking off?
yeah.
Yo, no, you can't tell. You can't jerk yourself off.
Yes, you can.
Nah, I would say you gotta like. Yeah. You
First of
definitely
all,
gotta
it wasn't-
You can't start the genital party, dude. But you can't start it. That
You gotta
way.
let her rub
I
you.
had
gotta
been
touch your
rubbing.
pussy. Huh?
I had been rubbing.
Dude,
Things
I'm
were
gonna
out.
tell you. I'm gonna
Just
tell
and
you.
I just gave it a few. I wasn't doing a full on.
I'm not
So
saying
you-
you're bad. I didn't say you did anything bad. I'm just saying
So
from a
you
tactful
were-
perspective.
And this is post dinner?
Oh yeah.
So this is after the silent dinner where you freaked out?
Yes.
And then she
You
got
sucked her
into
titties and jerked off.
she got into her flannel undies.
Yeah.
And you were sucking her tits and you jerked off.
I didn't ejaculate.
And then
I,
she broke up with
pumped
you.
it a few times.
You were just edging to get it.
Just
I mean,
it's out.
I hear you. I never thought of that move.
See.
I might start doing that now myself.
Here's the thing. And
like-
I just love hearing you talk about anything sexual, and just you being, she was in her underpants.
Wait, has that been your moves thus far though? Just fucking
No. It was just a
So
thing.
far, 2 sexual stories you've told have just been you jerking off.
It was just a thing. It was just like I was doing that.
You were in the moment.
Yeah, I mean, now that you're saying it, now I do feel creepy about doing that because she didn't instigate. But
Yeah, you can't just jerk off while you're making out with someone.
but she.
I mean, you kind of can.
But I was
can,
like
I mean-
rubbing her vagina.
Oh, okay. So
You know,
you're hitting it over her panties.
everything. She was grinding her vagina on it.
I mean, you can go to Show and Tell and jerk off. It's $30. That you do it.
Well, I mean, anybody else that I've interacted with in a sexual way like that has never had a problem with it because it's like
a lot of
they
girls
would also
like watching that. They say,
Yeah.
I like watching you jerk off.
I mean,
And
if a chick did it while you were making out with her, that would be
oh
it's
my
hot.
God.
phenomenal.
And then I was also, like, because I'm doing that and then smacking her.
Oh, you were hitting her with your dick?
Yeah.
Oh, Steve.
So there's
dude.
things going
that's a whole
on.
different thing, man.
Yeah.
Now you're jerking and slapping. It's
Now you're
like,
sword fighting.
Now there's a little play involved.
Now you're
Yeah,
fencing.
yeah. There was.
What was her like? Was she like at any point like chill, or is she just kind of like nice, or how did she respond to it?
She was fine. Like she just wanted me to say like dirty things to her, which was easy.
Man, I love something about a girl getting in her underwear. It's just fucking
great.
fantastic.
But then,
is,
the
especially when
problem
they're
with
flannel.
that, the problem with that though was, so then the next day, I
Especially when she's on her period wearing flannel underwear and you just start jerking off while you're kissing.
That's the best.
Well,
move.
I didn't eat at dinner because of the cramps, so I jerked off
That's
during
so
dinner. She was in her
fucking
underpants.
funny. I
So-
never even thought of that.
but the way that ended then was because so then the next day,
Yeah.
I was just like hit her up to be like, I wanted to try and get O'Connor and her around, because it's like he's so rock solid. I was like, this will introduce you to my first friend.
Yeah.
And
You
like
should
go out,
introduce her to me.
introduce her to O'Connor, and then we go out and have a drink. And she was just like, oh no, I'm hanging out with people tonight. And I was like, okay. And then she just basically like by that Monday then called me and was just like, oh yeah, I'm busy this week. So I was getting a huge blow off.
Yeah.
So then I did the preemptive breakup to
You for like fuck you.
yeah. Well, no, I didn't say fuck you. I just said I don't think it's gonna work out because I was like, I was direct. I said I think I like you more than you do, and I knew
I think you displayed that. You clearly were more into it than she was.
I don't know, dude.
So anyway, I ran the gambit.
You're both into yourself.
Dude, sucking tits and jerking off is crazy.
That's a move,
Shane was
dude.
just.
It's such a
I
weird.
forgot- I was just time out. It's a totally normal thing. I wasn't full on. I was letting go of my penis regularly. I would then
Stop talking.
No, see,
I was
you
letting
just-
go of my penis
You
regularly.
were just doing like rapid bursts, just going like
just a few
jerk,
bursts and then
then
touching
pumping it
her
up.
and then using it. Because I was
and then
trying
using
to
it to what?
do your
And then
smack
using
her
it
clit.
to smack her clit.
That's what I told you. I didn't-
Oh my God, Steve!
Yeah, you're far enough along for sex. That's a whole different thing. But this is all over panties though.
Yeah.
But you guys doing like nude female clothes, male, or like you're in all your
She
clothes?
just had the. She was just on. She had a tampon.
What were you wearing?
I was, just like my underwear,
Shit, dude.
looking fucking dope.
Look like
with
an
my
Adonis, dude.
flat stomach.
You're fucking ripped.
Yeah,
Damn, I love it so
I got
much.
no advice for that.
didn't
man. I
work
don't
out.
know.
She was really cool though, and
Wasn't that fucking
sucks.
cool? Wouldn't let
No,
you
I guess
fucking
not,
Jerk
but-
off in her living room.
but you know what though? At a certain point, first of all, I wasn't jerking off in her living room. I was on top of her. I just gave it a few pumps.
What?
You were on top?
Yeah.
Steve.
Wait, you gave it a couple pumps?
Yeah. It's
He's
like
pumping his
I'm on
dick.
top.
He's
She's
talking about
grinding
pumping his
back.
dick.
I'm smacking the thing. Just get this.
Yeah.
Just all a bunch of normal things going on.
I don't. That's a page out of the old playbook. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Man, but I'll definitely think twice of it. You see this? Look at this. No women here, but yet I'm going to change the way that I sexually interact with them.
Well, I certainly will. Well, just because it was such a disaster.
It's not a disaster.
It
It's
wasn't a total disaster. She
How hard did you nut when she left?
well, I left.
Once you got some alone time.
It doesn't work like that for me for some
Oh, really?
reason. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm really into
you
the
gotta let it cool
interaction.
down.
Like I want, like, and I think that's what comes down to why I would take a pegging, because it's like when she really likes it, that's when I'm like, yes.
I hear you. I'm a pleaser.
Yeah. So that's when she tell me what you want to do, blah blah blah. I'm like,
Oh yeah, that's nice.
I could talk, baby.
That's awesome.
All right,
Damn,
we gotta
dude.
go.
We have
We
to.
gotta go. Gerben,
You
you're the
have been
best,
an
dude.
absolute.
Pleasure.
I fucking love you, dude.
Just breathe life back into this podcast.
I feel like
dude.
I feel like I really regret
Everything you said?
no. Like doing a little bit of that half jerk off thing.
Oh,
Because the way it sounds
no,
now does
dude,
sound like
dude,
I really
I was-
I
Oh,
did
no,
not.
hold on. Sit
No,
back down. For a
seriously.
second. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, I want you to know I was intentionally trying to make you feel that way.
Oh, good,
Well,
good, good.
For
Yeah,
a second,
you're fine.
I also envisioned this as you on a couch making out and jerking off. With
yeah,
her.
yeah, yeah.
No, no.
Now you're telling me you were like full on
Yeah,
top
you
of each
did-
other.
you did nothing
just
wrong.
fucking breathing on each other and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. She was humping back.
Give yourself
Which
a
is
gold
very
bumps.
great,
You,
yeah.
you were doing her a period like.
Yeah,
You
yes.
were fine.
That's
Don't
perfect,
feel fucking
that's
weird.
perfect
All right.
period etiquette.
Thank you.
That is. You were being a proper gentleman.
Woman's period should not stop a man from coming ever.
And I didn't
Exactly
come.
right.
I didn't come. There was no coming. I didn't come.
You no crumbing, just a classic tit suck jerk off. That's first base.
Steve, you're the best.
All right, 451 or 5. I don't know what the fuck the address is. Lancaster, PA. This Friday. Come through.
Praise the Lord, I was born to drive boat. Feeling like Slash in front of the chapel. I'm lean back with the Les Paul. Shit, I smoke